There you go. You're audible. Hey, professional. Hey.
Hi everyone. Shall we fade out and fade back in and take it from the top
Take a second run at that one.
so that we can actually be semi-professional?
We're good now.
Like, I've lost my mojo now.
Oh, well.
Hey everyone, welcome to Kureon. I'm your DM, and as usual, I'm joined by the regular cast of players.
Wow, am I
Alright.
that predictable in what I say?
I just copied exactly what you said. It was just mimicry of a minute ago.
Well, alright then. Are we all in the correct
Yeah, we're all
place?
good now.
Right. Well, welcome back everyone. Like Stevie said, this is Kureon, and this is a glorious mess, also known as our Monday evenings. Of course, I'm joined by everybody else, including the troublemaker Susie, and our guest for the next few weeks, which is Angie as well, who's over there for me. I don't know where she is for you. So, we've wasted a little bit of time there, and we were a little late starting as usual. So, let's get back into it, shall we? So, last week, you found yourselves moving on from the not so pleasant swamps of Halfgate down the Glint March roadway southwest towards the small town of Silgar. Well, the large town of Silgar that lie on the coastline. It was a port town. On your journey there, you were met by an interesting sight as you came across a destroyed caravan, the remnants of it being protected by a armor-clad figure who seemed to wield divine magics, one Bologna, who promptly, after a short fight involving a hill giant, joined your party so that you could continue forward to the town of Silgar. When you arrived, you were met with the thick, heavy stone gates festooned with defenses, and the sort of lackadaisical guards stood out front, who, after ushering you inside and sassing you a small amount, left you to your own devices. It wasn't long until you made it to the town square, where you were approached by three individuals beaming with creepy grins, who told you that they were the purveyors of the ingredients and people that were brought on the caravan, and they swiftly took them from you and bid you a good day. Finding your way into a local tavern, the Foamy Tankard, you enjoyed their 8 beers for 1 silver deal and talked about what had happened, where the warlock in your party, Namari, explained that she used to work for the people who you had encountered 5 minutes beforehand. And just as she had explained that she used to work for them, we had ended the session for the night. So, as the clamor of the bar continues around you and the conversation deepens, let's continue our adventurous tale. Empty mugs scatter the table as a gun downs another. Namari meets the gaze of the party. She states that she used to work for the Grin. The atmosphere seems to drain slightly. Everyone around you is still completely oblivious to the conversation you're having. But what is going on at the table?
If I remember correctly, I had just impaled Gun's finger to the table.
Yeah, but Willona fixed that.
Yes, it got kissed better by Willona.
Well, yeah, and there was blood in somebody else's booze.
Yep. Many beers.
And I remember I was keeping an eye out on everyone else in the bar to read certain ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So you used to work for the Grin?
I did.
Do we? You may have already answered this. It's been a few drinks. Do I need to worry about Gwendon?
I mean, you never know with them, but honestly, I don't think so. I think they actually want him as a chocolatier. It's okay. They're a strange bunch, but not too different from your regular thieves guild. They have ambition. They want to be more than they are, don't we all? And they like their little luxury goods. So I think at this point this is really just what they want him for. I don't know, but I know that trying to find out is a bloody big risk.
Well, if we can't go after them, we need to go after something else. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not much of one to sit around a town.
At this point, about 6 beers in, Gun just goes, "There's giants in them there hills."
You sure they're not in the sky?
I prefer to fight things like no more than twice my size, usually.
Yeah,
So-
my experience would be I'd rather not go after giants again.
But why?
Did you miss the part where I was nearly pate?
You were on your own.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to haunted giants. No
Right.
problem to me.
I just can't really reach anything, is the problem.
I'll throw.
We can
I'll-
throw you. I said we.
I didn't like that last time.
No, I didn't
Wait, what-
quite go as well as I'd planned last time.
What happened last time?
It went perfectly.
Threw Tilly into over a chasm and mainly into the other side.
Don't want to talk about it.
It's touchy.
It was
It was-
actually fun.
It was a great recovery, to be fair, Tilly. You definitely came out the better there.
Still don't want to talk about it. Let's,
Eh.
so, there was a provost we were told about, right?
Mm.
Right.
Yes, you were told about Provost, yeah.
We could try him or
Do you
her.
want to see if he has any work?
And you see about the tavern right now, it's a sort of motley crew, and they're all engaged in various different conversations. And you see a few of them appear to be having very vibrant conversations. There's lots of arms being thrown up, and you can't hear what they're saying from in amongst the din right now. But there are plenty of surly-looking people in here.
Okay.
Go see the provost. Might be something that needs doing for the good of the town. Won't be as fun as hunting giants, but
Maybe one of the needs is hunting the giants.
You
Hmm.
know?
Yeah,
Don't give
I
up
mean,
hope.
there's a couple of guys over at the bar that said something about a crypt home or something. You know, supposedly a local legend. I don't know, maybe that's something to look into. They seem pretty creeped out about it.
I mean, think about the name.
Can you give me a perception check, please, Tristan?
15.
Okay. So you, as you're saying this, you're looking down the length of the bar, and you see not too long ago a pair of individuals came in wearing big, deep fishing waders, black faces, ragged old beanie hats on, gruff. Like, imagine Stevie in fishing waders.
If you want, I could get some fishing waders right now, and I can cosplay this person for you.
But more like, sea salt spray blasted face, very
Right.
mottled and wrinkly. And they are having a conversation. You can only catch one half of it, but you can read their lips. And you see that they're talking about, they seem to be talking about something that happened a few months ago. It seems like it's a story that's been told quite a bit from the ease of the movement and the lips. And they're talking about how a few months ago, something washed up on shore, something nasty looking. And you hear them talk about the drowned man. But you don't get much further than that before the door slams open and you see bursting into it is a figure with a long beard that stretches almost all the way down to their feet, wearing bright red robes with a floppy hat with no brim on it, just waggling all over the place. And he's like, oh, Betsy, get me a beer. The bloody alignment, stabilization, powder malfunction once again. And as he turns around, you see he's completely missing an eyebrow on one side of his face. There's just this long burn mark up that side. Part of the hair on his forehead has been singed away. You. And as you all look to where the finger is pointing, it traces the line directly to the small halfling sat at your table.
Me?
You blasted little devil, you stole from me 7 months ago.
I've never been to Silgar, I think.
No, it wasn't in Silgar. It was some town up north. You stole a very fine magical whiskey from me. You and your little brat, your friend, peed on my magical carriage. It still smells of it now.
Well, that can't be right because I don't have friends. Except these ones.
And none of us peed on anything. I hope so.
You owe me 700 gold pieces.
I don't think I do.
I know.
How? There's many halflings in this world. Calm down, good man.
No, there's only one halfling with a shit-eating grin like her.
I lean to Tilly. He has a point.
It is distinctive, yeah.
Tilly, I'm gonna pee on his carriage no matter what.
This will be the last time that you cross Mazmatazat the Magnificent. Oh.
Now,
Technically, you crossed my path this time.
It's a good job we're in a public place.
God, the in-house entertainment is amazing.
The one time that Gunn and Tristan just share a look of just like, yep, we're both enjoying this.
Well, what are you going to do about it? Hmm?
Do about what?
The money you owe me for the damages caused to my carriage, my tower, and my dignity, not to mention the property you stole.
You don't have any proof I did any of that.
I know it was you.
Well, what are you going to do about it? I stand up on the chair and say, well, can I actually make this an intimidate?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Can we all help and just kind of flex a little bit?
Right.
Sure, for the advantage.
Oh, that's advantage on help, right? Okay. Rad. So with the advantage, that's a 23. Tilly's good at this. I don't know if that's ever come up.
Okay. And he goes, I suppose you could help me out with something. You could help with an experiment.
See, that sounds better.
I suppose that would cover some of the dock costs, at least a little.
I'm confused. You're accusing her of theft, and now you want her to help you with something.
Hey, don't question it.
I'm just.
This looks nice.
Well, I suppose the rest of you could keep her in line, stop her stealing more of my things. You know, it's just been some time. Perhaps she's had a change of heart. And he just looking down. He keeps looking down at Tilly's dagger constantly. Yes, pay. Right. Yes, I could pay.
Because we don't work for free.
No one should work for free. Unless you're a wizard, and then you have to work for free a lot. Yes, I can pay you.
Well, do tell us about this job then.
I mean, I'd like to know what we're doing first.
Yes. I would like you to procure me. There's some snow.
Any particular snow?
Yes, freshly fallen mountain snow.
Right. Why?
For my experiments, of course. I am, of course, Razmatazat the Magnificent.
Razmataz the Magnificent, yes. Well, what type of experiment, if I may ask? If this is something rather...
Magical experiments, weather control, actually.
Weather control.
Right.
Yes,
Why do you want to control weather?
Well, you know, the Shattered Coast is known for its dangerous storms, and it prevents shipping out of the entire southwestern area. So even though Silgar is a large port town, not much trading goes from here. So I thought that maybe I could get some recognition if I maybe did something like that.
I assume there's like a mountain nearby that would be like snow capped at this time of year.
There's the Needling Spire, which is the big mountain range that you passed on the way here that was on the eastern side of the road, around where you fought the hill giant.
Would you have any means of
Keeping it
transporting
frozen.
the snow without help?
Yes. He reaches in. Where is it in here? So, And he pulls out this tiny little vial. It's like this thin little test tube. Yes. It's got a stopper on top. Well, it's a glass vial. But whatever's in it will stay as you put it in it, unless it was once alive and then it just rots.
Right. I'll take the vial.
Yes, I call it Razmataz's magnificent vial of various holding things.
You might want to work on that.
I'm workshopping it.
Yeah.
I want to give him a whole pep talk seminar.
Well, I'm sure we can do that for you.
If you don't, I'll report you to the King's Guard,
I'm sure you will.
who are very definitely in this town.
I'm sure they are.
Yes.
If we ran into
Hundreds
them,
of
trust me, we're going to be super concerned.
Good, honest, law-abiding citizens. Are you saying I'm not?
I don't know you. How can I know? I know her now, and she steals things while she's drunk.
I think you know me.
I would say you've yet to provide any conclusive evidence. I mean, this isn't exactly enough to go in the grudge book, is it?
What? Eh?
You also
Anyway.
provided a piece of information that seems inaccurate. You said Tilly was drunk. Tilly doesn't drink.
What?
Anymore.
Truly. It's just like,
You see, maybe she's getting better.
I'm sure there's lots of halflings that have started and stopped drinking.
No, most of them start and they never stop. In my experience.
wow.
Can I do an insight check on Tilly just to see like if she's actually being such a
Sure.
little shithead?
I believe him.
Oh fuck me, that's a 2 on the die, so I don't care.
I don't think it would even take the 2.
I mean, let's see, insight. That would be a 6 in total. So, new person, don't know. It's fine.
Are you lying?
I've already forgotten what it is that I've lied about, so in character to a degree, I guess.
Okay, make a deception check then. For
God.
something.
That is a 6 plus
Oh yeah.
1, so it's a 7. Pulling it through.
But you did only get a 6, right?
On the dice, yeah.
Willona. What did you get?
Oh, I rolled a 2 plus 4, so that's a 6 in total.
Yeah, so no, Tilly's telling the truth.
Yeah, Tilly's 100% like,
Very trustworthy.
yeah, super trustworthy.
Oh yeah.
Most innocent soul I've ever seen. So when do you need this snow?
Oh well, whenever really.
So
Where should we bring it?
Well, to my wizard's tower. It's on the outskirts of the city.
North, south.
South.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's tall, can't miss it.
Long tower, blue roof, window, nice little window, bay window. I sit on it and read some days.
North facing or south facing, but then again, it's a tower, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on where the window is, really.
Right, it's south facing for the sun.
Well, I'm just asking.
Savage, can I get my beers, please?
And
For the love
Betsy's
of
like,
God.
Double whiskey for me. Thanks. Triple.
Betsy just pours whiskey into a pint glass.
Wizard, you know.
At this point, everyone in the bar is just like watching your conversation.
Well, Rasmus, if you're done with us,
Rasmutarzat.
same thing.
Rasmus is my brother.
Is it
Yeah, we have-
Tarzat?
Yes.
Tar, okay.
I may need to amend my notes.
We have tactics and such to talk about.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, if you need me, I will be in my wizarding tower.
Did we agree on payment? I mean, what?
Yes, I can pay you. Goodbye. It vanishes.
Right,
I take a bottle of whiskey out my bag and slide it across the table with a gun. Could you hold on to this for me?
Yeah.
I was totally wrong about you.
I also look.
Didn't he say
to
magical
Tilly,
whiskey?
the gun, to the bag of holding. I was like, if you want to have it.
Nope.
It goes in one of many's guns, many bottle pouches.
I have bottle holsters.
She jangles.
It's just like.
Wait, do you still have the beer flavored potions, or did you drink that already? You got them ages ago.
Yeah, you got beer.
I think I drank it.
Okay, I was
Which
just
one?
curious if you still had them.
The dwarvish one,
Yeah.
maybe. No, because you bought those just before you left.
No, so I haven't drunk it because I
Good
just
job.
all I remember is like it's not even a magic potion; it's just dwarven beer, and dwarven beer is that good that it heals you. That's all I
Yeah.
remember. Trust me, I'm a dwarf.
What exactly are the magical capacities of this whiskey?
Well, I don't know. I just thought it was whiskey.
Take a sip and see what it does.
I use it to clean wounds.
You've been.
No, seriously, pass it over and let me take a sip to see what it tastes like to see what it does.
Hey, get in line.
Oh no, seriously, that's
No, y'all get in line.
All right,
was
well then
given
do
to
it.
me.
If you're not gonna do it, then I'll do it. So do it.
Are you daring me to do this? Is this a
Yes.
challenge? Are you challenging me?
Yes,
Gunhild
do it.
Firebraid.
Do
that
it.
seems like a bad idea.
Do it.
Slam my fist down on the table and I just
sip. A sip.
I like gulp it. Like I take a massive
Well-
drink.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw. It's advantage because you're a dwarf.
It's poison.
Wait a minute, one went on the floor, so let me just do that again.
Good
Actually,
job.
if it was poison, you'd be fine.
13?
13. So, as you slam the bottle down on the table after, I assume, taking did you down the whole thing?
No, but I would have like taken a huge
good
drink.
swig.
Yeah.
There you go. So, as you slam it on the table, Willoni, you see the label on it, and it says Razmatazat's Magnificent Whiskey. 4,000% proof. And you see that, and then it bounces as Gun's head just goes poof on the table, and immediately.
So
I catch the bottle.
yeah,
I think this is a sipping whiskey.
Priorities.
I think it might be a sleeping potion.
I want
It's
that
a-
whiskey in real
Good
life.
job I haven't been thinking that. Because if it does that to Gun, I think it would have killed me.
Well,
So you've grabbed the bottle, Namari,
Mm-hmm.
and you look it over. It's got a fancy label on the front, and it says Razmatazat's Magnificent Whiskey. And as you turn it over, it has a little blurb on the back. It says the Razmatazat the Magnificent Brewery Company proudly presents their latest in the line of beers. This first and currently only bottle of it, sorry, not beers, whiskeys. This first and currently only bottle of it is magically distilled to combine 7 different dimensions of whiskey into one bottle.
7 different dimensions.
Yes, and you see 700 gold is printed on the bottom. as the
And I
price.
look at the bottle and I look at Gun. And I look at the bottle and I look at Gun. And I'm like, someone take this away from me right now.
grabbing it.
It makes sense why it was such a good disinfectant.
I always wondered why they screamed so loud when they.
Yeah. You're lucky it didn't burn just through your arm or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
You're lucky you didn't just pass out by contact with your blood.
Just smelling it.
I was gonna say, I'm actually gonna like just take like the daintiest little whiff of it just to see.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah, Susie, you essentially drank xenomorph blood.
Oh shit! What is that gonna be? That is gonna be an 8.
So your eyes go cross-eyed, your vision blurs, you just start slurring all of your words, and you are incredibly drunk.
Ugh. That's like a contact high, but like not high.
I'll
we're
take
never
that
gonna get
offer if I can.
Ooh.
I'm going to try
I
and
mean-
take that offer.
She
Uh-huh.
has,
No, she's gonna pass
like-
it off.
No motor control right now.
Yeah, capped. And I'm taking this because you can't be trusted at all.
Ugh.
Between pinning it, sniffing it, and then using it to clean wounds. I'm taking this away from you all.
I think I acted very irresponsibly there.
So did I, and I don't know why.
Look, usually sniffing things doesn't do that. Sorry, usually sniffing things doesn't do that.
Next time on Kureon.
How many fingers? How many fingers? Well,
7.
Hmm.
That was close enough.
I'm
It's
waiting
enough,
for
right?
Gun to shotgun it.
Once she eventually regains consciousness.
Shotgun it.
So, what would the rest of you like to do in the 2 days before Gun wakes up?
Can I walk up to Betsy?
Yeah.
I go because she also noticed the wizard. She said everyone was watching us.
Yes.
And go. Oh, he's a character.
Hold on. Sorry, I have to get out of the razzmatazz voice. Yeah, he's quite a interesting fellow.
Does he do that a lot? Just burst into here, and
Yes, yeah, a lot of his experiments go wrong.
it seemed like it. Just, you know.
All of his experiments go wrong. Tried to open a brewery business last year.
What happened?
Where he only made one bottle, it got stolen. He put all of his money into that one bottle, and so brewery went under. Came down here to get away from it all.
That's bad investment. Is he trustworthy though, apart from being a wizard and, you know?
I don't think you can define someone as trustworthy or not when they can't exactly put their own shoes on in the morning.
If he's bankrupt,
He's
and
not
he
exactly
offered
bankrupt,
people a
but
job though, yeah.
he'd pay out, I'd imagine. He probably wouldn't pay out in money, but he'd pay out in goods. There's a lot of magical stock up in that tower of his.
That sounds promising. Where else in the city would capable people find work?
Well, there's not really that much going on here, to be honest. Well, there's nothing really affecting the town. Fishermen talking about the island off the coast having resurfaced again. That might be somewhere to talk about. They say that there's riches and fortune up there. And if you're balmy enough, you can go check out Krypton up in the mountains.
Krypton?
Aye, it's a cavern up there that, well, see, they say that the cavern, you can hear the moans of the dead that buried there alive thousands of years ago. But
Impressive.
local legend, you know. But
Is that
what?
up near the spire?
It's in the Kneeling Spires, yeah. But no one that goes up there comes back. I would warn you that. I had a few upstarts over the years go there seeking the supposed legendary treasures that lie within.
Oh, that's tempting.
That's about it, really. It's pretty quiet around here.
Lovely. I think we'll have a look. Thank you very much. And
There's no problem. Is your friend all right?
I think she could do with a little attention and care from capable hands.
Well, I ain't got a nose in Silgar. I can give you a room, though.
I think we'll take it.
All right, we got the deluxe room for all of you or individuals.
What's the price difference?
Not much.
I've missed these answers. I'll check with my companions.
All right, I'll be here when you get back.
Right. So, coming back, we could get rooms here. We could look somewhere else, but this seems good enough. I don't know.
Well, if we
How
get
is-
rooms here, we don't have to move
Yeah.
This place seems fine.
too far.
Yeah. We also could have a look at the. Did you tell us about the cryptome? At this point, did you mention that you overheard this?
Yeah, I did mention it, and then you just found out as well.
Yeah. I'm like, at this point, we could actually have a look at the cryptome as well for getting the snow for the wizard. It's on the way. But I should warn you, nobody who's ever looked at it has come back alive.
Then how do they know it's there?
I mean, if there's enough gold in there, they probably wouldn't want to come back to this place.
That makes sense.
True.
It actually does make a lot of sense.
How is
Also,
she? And I
don't
prod
know,
gun.
Gun is out cold, big dwarf, and snores.
I have one question. Do we waste some pearl grass, or do we allow the lesson to be taught?
Will she learn the lesson though? I mean,
don't
have you
think so.
met her?
Probably not.
That's what I thought.
Is
Why
it?
do they call her Gun?
I mean, look at her. And I prop up one of her arms.
Yeah,
She does that. She does that better usually, but
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fully expecting
Just looks like a fucking blob to me.
some fucking weekend at Bernie shit.
Yes!
Prop me up in a corner, slap a cigar in my mouth.
Minor illusion, some shades on.
Yes!
Although I think the barmaid is no longer interested. Was that Betsy last time?
That was Betsy. Yeah.
I think the
Susie,
barmaid
I
is
had
no
the same
longer
thought, too.
impressed. Yeah. The pearl grass, do we have to make tea with that or just feed it to her? I don't remember.
I'm not entirely sure. I
Uh.
probably would for sake of consumption.
Do I
Grind
know
it up
anything
and
about
chew it like a
progress?
cud.
Good luck.
I was gonna say, do I know anything about progress?
No.
You only know that it can be used to.
Like a camel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have like a basic idea of how to prepare like some sort of grass or herbs for something.
Yeah,
Make
with
out of it or something.
pearl grass, if you boil it, if you cook it, it loses much of its potency. You have to
Right.
eat it raw.
Okay.
Okay, I mean we can stuff this down her throat and see what works. Actually, I mean, Walona, are you okay? Are you happy? She's happy.
Great first impression.
You want to hold her? Promotion to Tristan.
What?
Gun.
What do you plan
For
on?
the
Oh,
progress?
good. Was that what you plan?
Well, someone has to.
Or we just wait for it to wake up and give it to her then.
This is
Wait, is
for
she even still alive?
1000%.
How long do you think we'll have to wait?
Check to see. If
I mean, if we
it's-
could let us sleep tonight at least.
I
don't
would say,
think we're
isn't
gonna
the
go-
day mostly done anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to go careering off into the mountains now.
No.
Yeah, let's just get somewhere where we can rest and just stick her in there.
Do we want deluxe rooms or individuals? Or,
What's
I
the
don't know.
price difference?
What's the difference?
Not much is the capable answer I got.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Deluxe rooms. We have how much? I don't know. I have money. You have the money. Look at Tristan. You deal with it.
Everyone took their own monies. But,
Yeah.
So everyone took their own individual payments. No one actually said that they were putting it in the bag.
I'm gonna put
But
down
everyone
10
has-
gold out of my bag. And be like, this covers me.
Okay.
Okay, well, Lona pays for everyone.
Yeah, she's drunk. Why not?
And then
Excuse
some.
me.
All right.
Well, fair.
And I'm 100% willing to let you pay for everyone.
We can keep her around.
All right.
Okay, I walk back to Betsy. What does that get us?
6 months.
Wait, we paid a lot more in the last. Never mind, I'm not going to question it.
8 beers a silver.
True.
Maybe
That's the
don't take
price
advantage of the
we're
drunk
working
one.
with.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the drunk one.
Maybe just slide some of the coins back. Just
Okay, how much are the deluxe rooms then?
Uh,
For a night?
enough. You just pay her enough for the deluxe rooms. You're past the point of caring about the amount of money required for tapping.
I pay her.
in the notes,
Okay.
we pay enough.
Enough.
Let me just deduct enough gold from our tally.
All right. You have like thousands of gold in magical items now. You have enough money for an inn room.
Just give me a number, Stu.
I don't know a number.
Alright, okay, we'll never pay for an in room ever again. We'll just say we do.
Just say,
and just
I
never
pay.
Cool. I pay.
All right.
I'm going to try that in the Airbnb in Edinburgh. I pay.
Don't have enough gold to pay for an Airbnb in Edinburgh.
If you have to ask the price for an Airbnb in Edinburgh, you can't afford it.
However,
So-
if you ran one, I would always say, how much. If someone asked you how much is this, just say enough. And
Enough.
So
Start paying me in Edinburgh.
you pay for your rooms.
Mhm.
What would you like to do with Gun?
Are we pairing up? Because maybe someone should keep an eye on her.
What top to do?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if someone can help me carry her. 'cause-
I could try.
Oh, this will
yeah,
go
great.
well.
That's
No,
fine.
this
This
is
is going to.
this is how I die.
Let me do it.
I'm gonna get dropped down the stairs and land on my neck.
The 2 foot tall halfling is going to help the
3.
3 foot tall halfling. You're 2 foot still. You're 2'11". That's 2 foot.
It's closer to 3.
I don't round up. I only round down. So, as you carry Gun upstairs, she's incredibly heavy, and you're like, because it's like a lead weight. But eventually, she drops on the floor of her room, just sprawled out.
Wow.
I mean, she looks comfortable enough.
I will remember this.
No, you won't.
Are you sure?
You really won't.
I put like the blanket off the bed over her or something at least.
Oh, I've been
Prop her head
tucked
up
in.
with a pillow.
Just don't leave me on my back to choke to death. Just roll me over.
I'll do her do the side thing.
A glass of water. There you go.
In the safety position.
So, as I said before, what would you like to do in the 2 days before Gun wakes up?
Is it
I know.
legitimately 2 days?
If she doesn't woke up by the next day, we have to find some way to prepare the paragraphs.
Yeah.
I know 2 things I want to do. First, I want to shop around for like a nicer cloak to replace like the raggedy one I've been wearing probably for years at this point. And also, does Razmataz have like a cart or something that I can basically key with my dagger?
Yeah, essentially, if there is a cart, I'm also going to pee on it.
Okay. So,
Wow.
as you wake up in the morning to the smoggy dinginess of Silgar, as usual, you can see the bits of the blue sky that hang above the near consistent fog around here. You and Ronan both make your way to the southern part of town where you can see the blue band of roof tiles sticking out the top of this crooked-looking wizard's tower. And as you get close to it, there's an area around where there's no houses or anything. Sort of, it almost looks as if the town has just moved away, like uncomfortably from this wizard's tower. Like everything is sort of pushed away from it. And at the base of it, you can see there's a small path leading up to it with a little garden out front that has some lovely coloured petunias. And over the other side, there is a big covered wagon that has painted on the side of it in bright red, Razmataz the Magnificent's traveling wizarding wagon.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just find like a corner of it and put a bunch of scratches in it, and then very quickly leave.
Hell yeah, if the fucking Kian goes first, I'll just be like, ah, shit. Because if Tilly like bounces, I'm not gonna be the one caught, so I'm gonna bounce too.
So Tilly goes up to it, and you just start in a corner. It's like,
It's very petty vandalism.
as you run away, you hear the door slams open, and I would like both of you to make stealth checks.
I'm very quick. Couldn't I get away before he does that? I can
I really
remember
want to know
that,
what you
yes.
have as well.
That'd be total of 26 on a natural 20.
Just 20 from me.
Okay. So as the door opens, you hear a, who did this to my cart? Oh, and they ran over my petunias as well. Bloody kids these days and their lack of respect. Back in my day, it would fireball. We used to sort them right out. And that's the last thing you hear as you duck round the corner.
Oh, job well done.
Oh dear. Gita, wizard's cart.
Can't believe we're playing Shadowrun.
So, what else would you like to do? You wanted to find a new cloak. What else would everybody else like to do?
I'm just curious if I remember putting down so much gold last night.
Did the rest of you keep Willona's gold?
I wouldn't.
You didn't have it. Mamari had it.
Yeah, I
The
didn't
rest
have
of
it.
you, like, I wouldn't.
I still have it.
You still have it. You notice that your gold pouch is empty.
Oh, I've still got 20.
Oh well then.
Just a little lighter. It's fine. I must have drank a lot last night. That would explain a lot.
Wait, I mean, wait, who is roomed up with whom?
I don't know who is roomed up with
We
who.
never decided that.
Yeah. I mean, Ronan's happy to sleep in the street. It doesn't matter to him who's in the room. It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Well, somebody should have stayed with Gun.
Yeah, probably stayed with Gun then.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't, because she'd probably wake up and just
Punchy.
Just saying, good
She's-
luck trying to sleep with the snoring. The snores.
She's still passed out too, so.
I'll probably only do it for the first night. Or I will vandalize you as revenge.
Throughout the night, the entire floor rumbles whenever Gun snarls.
Oh my god, you made everybody
That's-
have a vibrating bed.
That is the 15th time I've woken up. I say to nobody in particular.
Is it one of those things where you leave with a pillow and a blanket and you knock on someone else's door?
No, I first want to kick Gun lying on the ground still.
It's like kicking a rock. It
Ow.
doesn't move, but your foot does.
And then I'm taking a pillow. And I put the pillow back into the bed. And I should have taken sleep. And then I start drawing on her face.
Okay. You don't even need to do a check for that. Gun is gone. What do you draw?
What do you draw with?
I take an old coal from a fireplace
Okay.
and start drawing a few flowers on her cheek. And
Bunny rabbits on her forehead.
bunny rabbits on her forehead.
Like the most offensive things.
But I also give her a pirate thing, like
An eye patch, yeah.
eye patch and a beard.
Okay.
So I basically emulate Tristan's beard.
Okay.
But then the pirate thing, and there's a few flowers here. There's a bunny rabbit on her forehead, and there's a few fish on the other. It doesn't make sense. I'm very sleep deprived right now.
Very good with that small piece of coal.
There's more coal.
More coal. There's like 4 bits of coal has gone through so far. So, Gun currently looks like postmodernism.
yeah.
And Mari, where do you go to sleep instead?
I will then probably bang my. I try to go to sleep again in the big bed. If that doesn't work, I will bang my head against the wall a few times, and then, with a pillow dragging behind me like a 6-year-old, I knock onto the door next to me. No, actually, no, the farthest away from this room. That is still our room.
Probably
That's
Tristan's.
your room, Tristan.
Yeah.
It's like 3 in the morning.
I do answer it.
Hair and
Okay.
curlers.
Not got your eyeliner on.
That's I wanted
Sleep
to make
mask.
that joke in character.
Silk bathrobe.
The silk, maybe yes. The rest of it's a no.
And she snores
I mean, we already knew.
so much. So
I
much.
can make you deaf for a minute. Only for a minute.
That might be enough to fall asleep, but she'll wake me up again.
Do you wanna
Can
come
I?
in?
And I just point on the floor,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
I curl up on the floor with my pillow still.
And then I go to bed, and then the face mask goes on.
So, as the Mari finally get some rest, we skip forward. The keying happens. What else would everybody else like to do?
Throughout the day, I would have liked to actually explore the town and just to get a lay of the land while anything else can be happening.
That sounds
I'll
like a good
sleep
idea,
in.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get a lay of the land in terms of actual what is where and like what's actually here, as well as get a sort of a sense of like people's attitudes and like are people happy here at what and maybe over here things potentially.
Okay. Yeah, so make an investigation check for me. Just a general investigation check. Both of you can make it. Both of you that are wandering around town.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I would be. No, I'm not wandering around town actually.
Oh, I was going to, but.
I'd be with Tilly. So.
Are you okay for the company, Tristan?
At this point in time,
Sure, why not?
yeah, at this point in time, you're busy keying a wizard's carriage.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a straight roll for me, so that's a 19.
22.
Okay, so as you look around town, the general lay of it is it's lots of very cramped streets, ramshackle housing that looks like it's been put back together multiple times, and everywhere where there is brick, there's that distinctive smog line that you see across it. For a time, you walk into a large area that is filled with tall smokestacks, and while you're there, you see there's lots of like very large foundries, and each of them is belching out heavy smoke into the sky. But nestled among them all, you see a small blacksmith shop. It's very small. It's literally stuck between two of these huge foundries. There's no sign on it or anything. There's a simple, small forge, a heavy iron anvil that looks like it's seen a lot of use. A large variety of tools. You see an acid and a water bath. And several pieces of armor hung up outside. A couple of them you see are dripping dry from water, and they are incredibly well made.
I am impressed. That's really good craftsmanship.
I mean, I can't say anything towards the actual, blacksmith. I don't really know much about blacksmiths, but I recognize art when I see it.
Oh, you have it in the right. That is absolutely art. Oh, do you mind if we maybe pop in? I'd like to.
No, not at all.
So I'd like to walk up and possibly go in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no front to it. It's all of the stuff is outside, but there's a door that appears to be to an inside area, and it's not long that you're waiting outside before the door opens, and you see a very tall, over 7 foot tall, long, slender but incredibly muscular frame with long pointed elven ears, Persian skin, long blonde hair that's tied back into a tight ponytail that's then folded back round again so that it can't get in the way of anything. With sharp elvish cheekbones, you see an elf.
As I see them, I give say whatever time of day we happen to find it.
It's the morning.
I say good morning in Elvish.
She goes, "Oh, good morning to you as well."
Oh, feminine.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
A lady.
Yes.
We couldn't help but, this is in common now, we couldn't help but notice how much your work stuck out, shall we say.
It's exquisite.
Thank you. You do not get much of it around these parts anymore. Ever since they found out that the alloys around here could be used for various different things, it is all big industry.
Yeah, but the personal touch is usually appreciated by those who recognize it, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, would you be What do you know about this town? Would you be able to share some information and tell us what goes on here?
Well, it's quite quiet. For the most part, it's just the foundries pumping out whatever may be from the various different alloys. They make weaponry and armor for the Royal Army.
Ah, mass production then.
For the most part. Some of us still scrape by making things the old ways, but usually for more bespoke customers.
So, do you know of, sorry, Angie's brain is blanking. Do you know of anything about this, crypt home?
A local legend. I've not really been around it that much, but many people who have bought my things have attempted to go there. I haven't seen any of them again.
Okay, so they never brought anything back then.
No, but that's why I take payment up front.
Wise business strategy.
Indeed. I don't know how long we're going to be sticking around here. Otherwise, I would totally ask for some pointers. But
I don't teach.
oh, well, that's good to know then.
I
Sorry.
require a teacher, not a student.
Oh, you require a teacher?
I require someone to help me create my masterpiece.
Well, now there sounds like there's a story there.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout my long years, I have studied blacksmithing. I came here for the natural alloys. Now I'm ready to create my masterpiece, and I need help. I need a muse.
Hmm.
What kind of muse do you think you'd be looking for?
A warrior brave enough to wield a weapon forged by myself.
We may know of someone. However, she is currently fighting an inner battle.
She might
This
be able to
does
pop by in a couple days.
Hmm.
Please send her my way. I would be most interested to learn of your great warrior.
Just so that we get a better understanding of the type of warrior you're looking for. When you say great, is it great in strength?
Indeed.
Or strength, I see.
And
Then
she,
we may know the one.
she sort of half flexes an arm and goes, dexterity is the realm of lesser combat.
Oh,
I deal with words in general, so.
my apologies, by the way. My name is Willona.
And she puts her arm on her shoulder like that in the traditional elven greeting and bows and says, Radelia.
Rodelia?
Radelia.
I repeat the greeting that she did. Tristan Alakino Inamorati.
Alrighty. Interesting.
Is it?
Indeed.
I'm sorry, that catches me a little off guard, actually. Why is that interesting?
It is an interesting surname.
Have you heard it before?
Yes.
Might I inquire as to who else had the name?
I remember it on a requisition some years ago.
Huh.
Yes, it was addressed to someone in the elven town of Elenon, the elven city.
I don't want to pry too much into your business, but how many years? How long ago was this?
Around 370.
Right. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Pretending like that means something. Mm-hmm. Yep. 370. Mm-hmm. I don't suppose you remember their first name, perhaps.
No, no first name on the order.
Okay.
Do you remember what the item was?
Yes, clear as day. A pocket watch.
Really?
I did not design the clockworks. A companion of mine, who unfortunately has since passed away, however, I believe their great-grandson now manages the family business over in Downelm. Yes. If it's the same business it was when I helped with them, it would be the passage of time would be the shop.
You said this was in Down.
Downelm, yeah.
Can you spell that for me?
Dallenl. Sorry, Dalleneln. Sorry, my mind blanked. It's the
Right.
closest major city.
And it's called the Passage of Time?
Yes.
Send the 2 note takers to go talk to this person.
Mind, just give me a moment. Thank you, Redalia. You've actually helped me quite a lot. I genuinely feel like I should repay you in some way.
Bring me your muse.
I will.
After she's done fighting her in a battle.
I would not bring her unless she was fully prepared to meet you.
I'm glad. And she bows once again with the elven greeting.
I do the same.
Picks up a hammer and just ding onto a piece of metal.
Oh, thank you for your
Goes
time.
back to work.
We should go.
It's ripping elven muscle. Just
So that was an interesting woman.
Yeah, definitely.
You alright?
I'm fine.
I'm gonna insight check that one. That's an 8.
he's fine.
Queen of insight checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it
y'all
was
are
just
new
really
people.
warm. I mean, I wear a lot of like fancy clothes, and it was really warm around there. So I was like, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
Really hard to concentrate on like your eye movements.
Yeah.
You know.
Totally unaffected, though, for me. We're fine.
Yeah. So, what would the rest of you like to do for the rest of the day? Or would all of you like to do for the rest of the day? You two you will continue walking around town.
Yeah, I need to restock on arrows big time because I'm sort of down to a handful of the ones I stole from Knowles and then like 10. So I need to restock as many arrows as I can.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna stuff them in the bag of holding.
So, how many would you like to buy?
I'd like to pick up like 50 if I could.
50? Yeah, easily. That's like, that's nothing, is that? 50 arrows is...
But I'd also like to find, if I could, some sort of place that would sell tools to allow me to make my own arrows as well. So I could practice when we're traveling.
50 arrows would be like 2 gold.
Well, then let's make that way more because I have way more. Yeah, let's make that 250 arrows.
Okay, so
Satchel all that up with and
that's
like one of
22.
my bags. Yeah, that's just grand.
Yeah.
And then, like, is it like wood carver tools or something? It would be. I'm not sure.
To make arrows tools, it would be a fletching. It was a fletcher's kit.
Yeah.
So, which unfortunately you seem to be unable to find here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, like a good knife and some like
Yeah.
You need
good
strength.
knife.
that would do
There's
well.
Resin on the way.
Yeah. You can buy the bits individually. Probably comes to about a gold in total. You have a knife already.
Yeah. I got daggers, so
You buy the bits individually, yeah.
grand. And
So-
then I suppose I'd spend a while preparing the paragraphs as best I can to see if I can like maybe chiffonade, cut it up really fine.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Yeah.
Because I've got proficiency in cooking utensils, so may as well be a dick about it.
Very finely diced, and you try to feed it to Gun. You do remove some of the drunkenness from this dimension, the 6 other dimensions she stood from. So Gun, you're going to wake up a few hours earlier. And it seems to work in some effect, but most importantly, Gun stops snoring.
Thank God.
So,
Owe you a pint.
It's a
Tilly,
tradition, dwarf noses. It's just, you know.
Yeah. You've got very clear sinuses now. Tilly, you find yourself upon a clothing store where you're able to purchase a cloak. What color would you like?
I was thinking like probably something black, but with like a fur trim, like kind
Okay.
of a little bit ostentatious.
So like a heavy traveler's cloak.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you're able to purchase one of those. It's 10 gold.
nice.
It's black. It has a very deep grey, what looks to be wolf fur trim.
Okay,
It has a hood. And it is halfling sized.
okay, good.
And it is not kiddie in any way. It is
Also good.
actually made for halflings.
Yeah, I dig the shit out of that look, Tilly. Because assuming we didn't just key a car and go our separate ways, scatter to the wind, like.
Kia Khan just...
Spread out. You can't find us.
It comes with a small clasp that looks like a lupine head at the front, which clasps it, and it clasps to one side.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rad.
You wear it over.
Secretly
armor.
turns out it's a super powerful magic item. The guy in the shop just didn't know.
It is not a magic item, though.
I ain't got those tingles.
One can try.
It is of fine craftsmanship where one could possibly have it enchanted.
Well, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
show that off a little bit whenever we meet back up.
Give it a little 12 for Ronan.
Tilly is uncharacteristically swishing.
So, as all this is happening, Willow are interested in making their way around town, and then now you find yourselves at the docks, and you see ordinarily where you'd expect to see fishing supplies, you'd expect to see heavy hooks to hang up larger catches, you'd expect to see people gutting and fish. Instead, you see heavy piles of rocks, you see great nets filled with glistening oars that have been dredged up from the sea floor. The floor around you is thick with that silty dirt that has drained out of these containers and nets. The piers are all buckled and bowed under the heavy weight of these different metallic oars, which are scattered everywhere. People run about in a rush, and it is a very different scene to what you're used to seeing in port.
Well, I mean, if they're attempting to actually fish, they're doing it very wrong.
This is not what I would expect from a port town.
No. And, like, it's just very bizarre, is this place. They're essentially fishing for metal and doing it, and actually doing it.
I didn't think you could actually fish for metal. I thought that was just a mining thing.
You're a bit quiet, Angie, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I would bring the mic closer. There you go.
I mean, whatever works, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah, as long as they're making money.
Yeah.
So, as you walk around the rest of the town, you're met with various similar sights to you'd seen before: the ramshackle housing, the tight streets, the winding roads. It seems like beyond what you've seen, as far as points of interest go, there isn't much more to this town.
Do we happen to, by any chance, run by a fancy schmancy looking establishment?
You do not run by a fancy schmancy looking establishment, no.
Okay. Because
Anything, perhaps, that has more of a cultural importance as opposed to functional?
You go past a couple of dingy-looking taverns, including one by the name of the Bending Mast, but it looks more like a grotty dive than a cultural establishment.
I was just wondering if maybe we might find that place from, oh my gosh, Kalu and Inquinda?
Hello, Inquida.
Yeah, Inquida, that one, yes.
Yeah. You don't seem to find anything high class or fancy in any way. It seems like in this town, having a building with 4 walls is high class.
Fair.
Apart from the stores in the town, they, in the town square, they are a bit more put together, being the center of trading.
And in terms of attitudes of the people?
Grumpy, sullen, just want to get on with their jobs so they can finish the workday and go back to drinking.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like
Well,
these people make the people of Halfgate look cheery.
While this place is extremely vibrant, I'm feeling underdressed.
Oh yeah, no, there's so much just absolute and utter hope in this place.
I know it's overwhelming. It's deafening.
I feel like they need to turn it down like 3 notches.
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe bring it down to my level.
Yeah, especially your level,
Yeah, especially my level. Like extremely down to earth and yeah. Somewhere gun stairs.
So, is there anything else anybody would like to do before Gun wakes up?
I'd like to pull a Susie. As in Angie. Angie would like to pull a Susie in.
All right.
All right, well, in that case, then, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, Gun will wake up. All right. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're gonna need a quick interlude here because someone broke the cameras.
Again.
That someone was Angie.
Yep.
Get right under the bus, Angie.
I mean, as long as you're gonna punch it off, we're fine.
Nope. What?
I'm working on it. Everyone's camera's labeled wrong, though.
But whose fault is that?
Still mine.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, we are so fucked. Right, just carry on. Just don't even draw attention to this, how bad it is. We're just going to carry
I'm drawing
on.
attention to it because that's a hot mess.
It's a real hot mess, but it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
There we go.
Seriously.
Just like me.
There's Tilly.
Don't know where Jamie's camera has gone. I've lost
Underneath
Jamie.
mines.
Right. Seriously, carry on, because otherwise we're just sitting here watching this. Do a
All right.
preamble or something.
All right, fine. So there was nothing anybody else wanted to get before we carried on, right? Nothing
I think
anybody
we're ready
wanted
to punch things in the mountains.
until Gun wakes up. No, nothing at all. All right then.
No,
So-
that was me. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. As the dawn of the second day comes, eventually, Gun, you find yourself going to consciousness in a 2-inch deep puddle of your own vomit, smelling very strongly of pure alcohol. You awake on the floor of this hotel room. The vomit has dried and is stuck to the side of your head. And you have a headache, the likes of which no dwarf has ever seen before.
Weirdly, this is not the first time this has happened. I'm just like...
It peels off all like a week-old like plaster.
This is bad.
You are on your own. There is no one here. There's a wash bowl in the corner.
Okay. Is there any sort of reflective surface in here? The mirror?
Not in here, no.
Alright, well I will just like... The wash ball, I'll just dunk my head in it and just...
Okay.
And then just try and find everybody.
Okay. Everybody else, where are you? I'd assume by this point in time, you're all downstairs having some breakfast. All right.
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
Yeah. So, as you come down, Gun, the rest of you see Gun come downstairs looking very bleary-eyed with charcoal smeared all over her face.
I forgot.
Just like patchy all over.
I can still see a bunny rabbit,
There's a bit of bunny rabbit. Yeah.
but it looks like a demon right now.
Surprisingly, Tristan's beard is still...
I just looked at this, knowing Linska.
Wrong one, but okay.
You mean the
Yeah,
Mari?
wrong one. Namari. Just go to Namari. It's an N.
We're playing it entirely too many campaigns together, is what you're saying. I know.
I just turned to Namari. Yeah. Well done.
She had eyeliner too, but
Two? What? Who else wears eyeliner?
And I try and touch his like the side of his side.
Tristan, clean that off before she sees this reflective surface and she beats every one of us
No,
just to make sure she got the right one.
I'm fine with that. You can try.
But let's face it, she's going to start with me.
She couldn't catch me.
I just come and sit down at the table and I just...
How you
Morning.
doing, Gun?
So, how was your nights?
Nights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a while.
plural.
Yeah, two.
Whew. One
Yeah,
bad.
we had
I'll
the
take
one
out-
around town.
I'll take out the whiskey. Do you want another sip?
It's kind of just because
The buzz.
The wizard's back.
That's actually the reminder in your head of don't do it.
that's her headache. Wah!
Yeah, I'll put it back. I said, no, that's okay.
Probably shouldn't.
That's as close to a lesson learned as I think we could ask for.
I'll do it again.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm-
The smell's a pretty good lesson too.
I'm not cleaning up that room. First night she starts snoring. I'm out. Second night she starts puking. I'm out. I'm not staying there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we're quick enough, we could be out of here before anyone tries
I
to
go
bill
like
us.
I go like this, like where the puke was, and I'm like, bunch of funny fuckers, aren't you?
What?
I do not know what you mean.
Right, just like I assume there'll be like a drink on the table or something.
As soon as she goes to look, it's gone.
As you look into the glass of water, you see in your reflection your clean face.
Uh-huh. Good.
And then your stomach goes.
Get me something fried.
Dwarves, man.
So,
Fried.
as you all tuck into your breakfast, reunited as a party once more, after 2 days of waiting around for your dwarf to wake up. What would you like to do?
Oh, we have a mountain to climb. Are you fit for that?
I was born ready. Mountains are
Except from
literally.
those last couple of days.
You don't know what mountains I was climbing in my dreams.
I mean, I did speak very highly of you while you were down and out.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
What? Am I
Maybe
still drunk?
Maybe a hike will clear your mind.
Who you been talking to?
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Finish your breakfast.
Are you her dad?
Nope. It's just I rarely get these moments, and I'm going to savor it.
Gun's like 40 years older than you.
I'm gonna say. I was gonna say.
Hey,
Is this our gunishment?
Oh boy.
Fuck's sake.
So,
we're all gunning for best pun, aren't we?
So we're at the top of the mountain, right? And we're here for the snow.
no, you're not at the top.
Do we want to take her to see
I
that
don't know.
magnificent person?
Gun, how is your head?
Well, it feels like it's been mined for ore, but you know, it's not the worst I've ever had.
Do you have the Pelgrass still? I asked Ronan. Did you?
Yeah, I've got paragraphs left, but the amount that I fed.
Oh, you gave her. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
then I'll
no,
give her-
like
because it's mostly it's for hangovers. So I'm
Hmm.
trying to give her that as well. See, and the second one gone.
So Namari just hands you a bunch of grass.
Try that for science.
Just really sadly chew it and like wish I could put it in my fried dinner.
The
Don't
saddest
fry it.
cow. I didn't mean it like that. Oh god, I just realized.
She is not amused.
put your fucking hoof in your mouth there.
How is my hangover now?
It is gone. You feel it fade away in a taste of minty freshness.
I feel fucking excellent.
It's like peppermint.
Let's go. I don't know what we're doing, but let's go do it.
You can do as many press-ups as you could before you drank all these,
Yes.
because that's actually important to the story.
Yeah, if you need to get pumped, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll even do
It's-
push-ups with you if you want.
Because
Ooh.
Gun, here's the
Oh.
thing.
What are we doing?
We're wait for it. This could be good.
Mm.
So, Gun, you know how you like to hit things and stab things and chop things?
Yes.
We found a blacksmith that was like a really good blacksmith.
Mm.
Like, and I feel like that appeals to your dwarvish tendencies.
Racist, but go on.
Does it, though?
It appeals to my tendencies, yeah.
Okay. How do elves appeal to you?
They are people.
Okay. Do you appreciate their craftsmanship? Because I know you sing highly about like dwarven axes.
Well, I mean, nothing is ever going to top a dwarven axe, but elves are pretty good at it. Bit fancy, a lot of fancy swirly shit, but...
Okay, because we met a blacksmith, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they are looking for their muse. They want someone. Yeah. They are looking for the one person in the world that can wield their masterpiece.
Mm.
And they're looking for strength.
They can't do it without their muse, and
Yeah.
you
They
seem to fit
need
the bill.
perfect muse. And I said, I sung your praises, mainly because I really wanted to see what kind of thing they'd make, but also because we're really good friends and I want the best for you.
Aww.
Because I really wanted to see what they'd make. But they're in town.
Mm.
And I don't know, I'm just wondering if you'd size up to their expectations. How about it?
I don't think there's anyone around who's as powerful and strong and heroic as I am, so let's do it.
Gaston dances past the window.
I was holding it in.
All right, kids, let's bring it in.
So we could do that before we go get some snow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When we finish
Alright.
breakfast, I assume we go.
Who's going? Is everyone going?
Oh,
I
you
want to
didn't
see
need
that
to see
fancy
it.
elven blacksmith.
May as
Yeah,
well.
I hadn't seen this. I'm interested.
You
So,
need to see her work.
As you make your way to Rodelia's smithy, she is working out this morning, hammering away at what appears to be a long blade. And as you approach, she stands up tall, and looks about you all once more with that keen, elvish eye.
Again, good morning in Elvish.
Good day to you.
I said I'd be back once she'd finished battling her inner demons. Looked over at Gun.
Greetings. I've been told that you're a warrior of great strength.
Strength is what I do.
Stand forward.
I stand forward. Like, puff out my chest a little bit. Low-key flex, so, like, get the neck popping.
Can I try to like subtly cast light on her?
You want to make her glow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just those highlights.
You cast light on her. Where are you casting light on?
Probably like the back, like right here, just to try and give the halo effect.
I start lighting up like a 50-watt bulb.
You cast light on the back of the gun, and it's just this bright beacon from the back of her neck that shines out. Light doesn't have a dimmer switch, unfortunately, as this beam of light just erupts from her back. Luckily, Cordelia is looking away at the current time
It's like,
as she's walking along. She's walking along, looking across a row of weapons that are hanging from the side of one of the walls here.
Might want to tone it down a little.
Right, turn it off.
She stops a huge hammer, picks it up. Stand there. And she motions to the anvil.
all right. I do.
Put your head on it.
May I ask where this is going?
I wish to see if you have the strength.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And then I just kind of like chew on my tongue to start a rage.
Okay.
And I just turn to Alona and I'm like, be ready. I might go pop like a watermelon. I just go and I just lay my head down awkwardly on this anvil.
Okay.
This didn't work out so well with a dagger.
Brings the hammer down onto the side of your head, and you feel this horrendous crunch.
Uh-huh.
All the while, Tristan's thinking, maybe I should have been a bit more insightful.
As you take 16 points of damage, reduced to 8, and as you feel the ringing in your head, you instinctively stand up, at which point you just turn to see the hammer hit you again, but this time aimed not to strike you to hurt you, but to knock you off your feet, and you do not move.
Because I'm fucking...
She drops the hammer to the side. All right then.
Good enough for you? And I'm just sat there with like... I'm stood there with a huge shit-eating grin.
Bring me the following. She scribbles down on a sheet of paper that she produces from a little pocket, hands it to you. And you see written on it in pristine dwarvish runes.
Mm-hmm.
6 bars adamantite. 2 bars mithril. 1 diamond, 1,000 gold value. And then at the very bottom, underlined, storm, giant, blood.
Gun gets visibly excited the more she reads this list. She's just like, done. And I put out my hand and I say, Gunhild Firebraid.
And she grabs it. Adelia Silduf. Go, Dawick. Return to me once you have the things. And she turns and goes back to stop, and and as she looks back at you, she goes, I will not be here though. Meet me in the capital.
All right.
And she picks the hammer back up. She just looks at the back of the shop and just begins demolishing it.
Okay.
Very dedicated to her craft.
Was there anything, like when she was walking along that rack of weapons, was there anything that like I could have used as a weapon? Because you know she hates stacks, but was there like a nice little curved blade there or anything like that along the way? I'd like to wee quick check.
There were curved blades, yeah. There
Yeah.
were curved blades, there were short swords, there was a rapier up there. There were dexterity-based weapons, and they were as finely crafted as the others.
Any axes?
There were axes, dwarven made. Well,
Whoa.
dwarven shaped.
Before she trashes them, I'm like, wait. I need some spare axes. You got any axes left?
What kind?
Big, small, axe. Just any axe is a good axe.
Like shaped.
Small ones,
Yes.
hand axes. Go with them.
Yes. How many would you like?
2. Let's go for that.
2 hand
Maybe
axes.
3, because I go through them a lot.
Okay. She
Yeah.
just grabs 3 hand axes off them into the floor in front of you.
Thank you. How much do you want for them?
For all of them, 6 gold.
No problem. I just bing, flicker the 6 gold.
Excuse me, can I get a curved blade from among the rack there?
She looks through them all. Point your finger again. She picks up one of them, hands it to you. Handle first. It's
Yeah.
got this long, deep, reddish brown sheath to it. And it's this curved, this quite an exaggerated curve. An elvish tower.
How
Should
much?
suit your sensibilities well. 10 gold.
A hand of 10 gold.
All right. So at that point, she's like, anybody else?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
She just takes all of the weapons, puts them into the forge, just begins melting them down.
I was about to say maybe.
Oh well. You snooze, you
Yeah.
lose, Tristan.
Oh well.
Like, I walk away with my new axes, cradling them like babies and looking at my list like,
All right. So take your new weaponry. It is all exquisite, by the way. The weapon you just got. It's a modifier that means it can be enchanted, if you so wish.
Well, I hope she doesn't hit all of her clients with hammers.
it was a tickle.
Maybe for
Uh,
you.
What was it on the list? I only seen some of the runes over your shoulder. I was being rude and trying to read.
Well, that was very rude, but you admitted it, so I'll let it go. 6 adamantite bars, 2 mithril bars, 1 diamond worth 1,000 gold, and some storm giant blood. So you know
Sweet.
how you said you weren't that into hunting giants?
No. I said I was up for hunting giants.
I more addressed this to like Namari and
Yeah.
Tilly and
I mean, we don't have to reach that high up to get blood.
You do, but yeah.
Do we know anything about the different types of giants, though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one we saw on the road wasn't a storm giant.
no, that was
What would I know?
This to everyone but Gun. This is the first time you've heard Storm Giant, and the only time you've heard Storm Giant Gun is in one of Grey Uncle Olaf's stories.
well, yeah. I mean, you know, Great Uncle Olaf actually had tea with the storm giant once.
I don't think it's a super huge leap to assume that the big blundering thing on the road wasn't a storm giant.
Oh no, you could figure that that's not a Storm Giant.
Yeah, because it was literally described this as a hill giant anyway. So by Tristan.
Yes,
Because I knew things.
because you do know things.
I mean, maybe they live further up this mountain. Seems to be the hot spot for giants.
Maybe, I don't know.
You
gotta-
guys focus on the hitting and the stabbing. I'll try and find out what I can.
That
Oh.
works.
Cool.
Yes.
So where would you like to go now?
Well, we have snow together.
Mm.
Mm.
Did
The
you
hell?
guys want to speak to the provost? Have you spoken to the provost while I was napping?
No,
I
we
think
haven't.
we've got enough on our plate.
All right.
Yeah, we've actually got quite a number of things. Once we get up there, there's a place we can see as well. Namari, you were talking about it. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, the what was it? Cryptos?
Cryptome.
Cryptome.
Yeah, that's also in the mountains.
Mm.
We could get the snow for the wizard guy and then check that out maybe. Hunt
Sounds
a
good to
few
me.
giants anyway. And then on our way down, if we don't find what we're looking for, then Tristan, you can do some research.
Plus, I mean, the provost's supposed to be in charge, so maybe helping out someone around here might get our foot in the door. In
True.
case we turned up and they said go away. Maybe if we do this, we might be able to get in.
Oh,
That's
he was
totally
supposed to-
assuming that we might have been turned away.
Yeah, he was supposed to be, by appointment.
Oh yeah.
So maybe this is the best way around of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, helping out randomly worked pretty well in Halfgate.
Yeah.
True.
So the mountains then.
Off we go.
To the mountains.
Where exactly are you going in the mountains?
So the
To
top-
where the snow falls fresh.
To the tippy top.
Should we?
Consult the oracle.
No, but I mean,
Oh, do you know what we need to get before we go? Climbing gear for everyone. Because holy shit, we are bad at everything.
That is true.
I mean, I'm a little bit good at most things.
But you're not a little bit good at climbing, Tristan.
I
Or
said most
swimming.
things. I said most things.
Oh, jumping. Oh.
Climbing gear and mittens.
I mean, if you're worried about staying warm, I can make flames. That's not a problem. Plus, I run hot anyway, so.
Oh, good to know.
I saw that, Susie.
So would you want climbing gear?
We should get that, yeah.
I think that's a good call.
Is it raining?
Very heavily.
I was just like half expecting when you open the curtain, someone just be there, like cleaning your windows or something. Just like,
Oh, rowdy youths.
Why not cleaning windows? So you make your way to a general store where you find climbing gear, and the shopkeep, one Grigor, goes, "Excuse me, what exactly are you going with this?"
Up the mountain. Do you happen to know any route?
No.
Best route for going to where the snow is? We really like to see some snow. Snow's good.
You need a guide for that, you know. It's a mountain. It's not exactly something that you just climb up in one single path. What sort of mountain's that?
A good one?
hopefully not one with a whale inside of it.
Do you know anybody who wants to take us to Cryptome?
Take you to Cryptome?
Mm-hmm.
No, no one will want that. Not unless you find one of those fools in taverns.
Oh, tavern is where you find the best fools.
I'm going to say that's where people tend to find us.
Exactly why I don't go in them. No better company than a good book on philosophical theory.
I partially agree with that.
Where would we find a guide who's taking us up to where the snow is and then says, over there, that's Cryptome, don't go there?
I don't know. Somewhere around town. Probably a tavern. After all, you said that's where all the best fools could be found. Only a fool would climb a mountain. What's at the top of a mountain? Snow.
Yeah, that's what we're after.
25 gold each for the climbing gear.
Insight check.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I am about ready to unleash some dwarven justice, by the way.
Modified 20 from me.
Insight. 19.
Tell the truth. That's how much
Is he
know.
overcharging?
Yeah.
It's how much you knowledge others.
Jesus.
Didn't we already have like ropes and pittons? Or did we use them up?
I'm pretty sure we all got some rope. I remember getting some flack for getting silk rope, but it's stronger, so screw everyone else. Which is not the rest of the climbing stuff.
Yes. You don't have harnesses and things like that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll shovel the 25 gold.
Mm.
No discourse in the price. I just shoveled 25 gold for it.
All right. So you
I-
get your climbing equipment.
Yeah, I put it on the table. I hope my
Begrudgingly,
mountain gold is enough for you.
Yeah, it seems like this is what we're doing.
All right. So is each of you paying 25 gold?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because each of you doesn't have 25 gold.
Nope.
Hey, I wonder
Oops.
wonder what happened to that money.
Yeah, got really overzealous with my drink apparently.
Yeah.
Wow, and that's impressive.
I'll
Like,
chip in.
there were 8 beers for a silver. I'll have to drink with you more often, Malona.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to keep up.
Yeah, maybe.
I buy 2.
maybe.
Really? You're not even trying to get it back?
She doesn't really remember.
No, she doesn't remember. She
She
was
doesn't remember at all.
she was like near paralytic drunk.
Yeah.
I buy 2.
Well, that's a lesson learned. I'll give her back the pouch with
Also,
I'm going to keep it.
10 gold. That would be 800 beers.
I mean, you know. Drinks all around, buddy. Oh, well, now I can afford it.
All right.
Wait. Are you loaning this to me? 'Cause,
Really? Still no?
18.
Yours. You paid for the rooms yesterday.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. You were very.
This is why I don't usually drink.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I can. All right then, sure. Mhm.
All right, so you each buy one. 25 gold.
That brought my gold to 69.
That brought me to 5.
Hey.
Mine's is just 68.
Oh!
So, you'll buy your climbing gear. Grigor, by the time you go to leave, is already back in a book entitled The Benefits of Effective Capitalism.
It's the villain. It's the big bad.
I'd like to remember this shop.
You see there's a couple of other books stacked on the side, including Centrism and You.
Gotta burn the shop down.
Does he have? Actually, no. I'd have probably asked Tilly. Where did you get that cloak? Because I'm just thinking, if we're going up a mountain somewhere pretty cold, that looks pretty snug.
There was a clothing store around here somewhere.
Cool. I might before we go, I might dip in there and get something similar.
I will do my best to lead us back to it.
Okay, so you lead everyone back to the clothing store. Who would like to buy the 10 gold cloaks?
10 gold?
Yeah, they're exquisite cloaks.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I wanted one.
Very nice.
Do they have like a deep purple?
It's
Please,
the model,
please be a yes.
model smoke on the water.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No.
How about a deep red?
Simply red, even.
It's a pastel lavender.
What's the most Tristan-y colour they have?
Brown.
Brown.
Fine.
They have shades of light grey to dark grey and light brown to dark brown.
You know, I'll have a light grey one then, actually.
Right.
50
Light grey.
Shades of
Yeah,
Peasant.
light grey.
Yeah.
No,
It's a
bummer.
traveling cloak. Oh, there's a green as well. I bet it's like an earthy dark green.
It
How
would
many of
clash
you are
with your
buying the
current-
Grey.
I'll
the
have one as well.
Yeah, I'll take the earthy green one.
Okay.
I'll take the black one.
All right.
I'll take the loudest one they've got. The loudest shade of grey.
Oh dear. So we all have matching wolf fur cloaks.
Yeah, although some of them appear to be more of a bear fur. The brown ones are more of a bear fur.
Well, you guys all do.
A little bit
Yeah.
out of your price range.
Yeah.
5 gold left. I'm good.
Do you want a cloak?
I'm pretty sure I'll be able to stay decently warm. If not, I'll just produce
That's-
flame.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, did you want a cloak?
Sure, I'll pay for half of it.
No, I just cover the whole thing. Another cloak, whatever color you want.
We'll just go with gray, like my skin.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, so you all buy your cloaks. All of you have a cloak now?
Yes.
A fur-lined cloak.
I'm picturing Reservoir Dogs, but with cloaks.
Dum, 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 dum.
More the fellowship sets forth.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now I'm just picturing swapping the soundtracks.
Yeah, all right, anyway. Moving swiftly along.
Mhm.
What would you like to do now?
Might as well just find a guide and then try and get off as soon as possible, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, so you go back to the foamy tankard?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so as you make your way back to the foamy tankard, it's quite busy today.
Who
Wait,
was it
real
that
quick.
was working at the bar? I forget.
Sorry, what was the name of that shop that the general store?
I didn't give you a name, but it was just Gregor's Goods.
Okay.
I've forgotten her name. What was her name that worked at the
Betsy.
bar? Betsy, that.
Betsy
Betsy.
Overdue.
Yeah, I had it written down. Is Betsy working at the minute?
Betsy is working right now, yeah.
Cool.
Betsy's been working there every day. It looks like Betsy owns Ian.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd go up to Betsy instead of having a look around. First, I'd just ask her about the people that come in.
Okay.
So, Betsy, we're actually planning on trekking up that mountain, or one of the mountains. I don't suppose there's any, I don't know, guides or anyone that might be able to help take us up there?
Depends where you wanted to go, love.
I mean, I don't know if any would be willing, but at least point us in the right direction of Crypt Home.
She just points over to the corner of the bar where you see asleep, like clutching onto a big, like, the glass bottles with the triple X on the front of cider. Is this sort of scruffy, ginger-haired man who looks to be half elven, but is just currently asleep on this thing. This big straw hat that flops down at the sides. Still got half of his climbing gear on. Big bag at the side, and you see rope sticking out of it. The long sword attached to the side.
Thank you. Gesture to the others in the same corner.
They look reliable.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've got their own climbing gear for a start. We know that. Shall we head over?
Oh, unless there's someone else, yeah?
That's what Betsy said. So
you're heading over to see this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you make your way over, you can hear the faint whispered snores of the man. As you get close, he's still asleep as you arrive.
Well, who wants to wake him up?
I'll get a round of drinks for all of us as we sit down, including him.
Good shout.
Okay.
The drink in front of him.
Oh, So, where are we going?
Cryptome.
Cryptome? All right. Let's go. He picks up the bag and starts walking up.
Well, that was easy.
But like I said, reliable.
Yeah.
That sarcasm swiftly changed into correct.
I want to give that an insight
all-
check.
Yeah.
I'm all worried the shopkeep was right. Cool.
18 on the dice. I don't know what my insight is. Okay, plus 6, 24.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to read when he said about 4 words. But it seems like he wants to do this.
Good sir. What was your name?
Just turns Stead.
Stead?
Stead.
Stead. That's me.
100 gold, paid on return.
Alright.
Paid on return. Cool.
Let's get going.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you're a man of action. I
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
I'll start following him.
Oh, and if you die, I get your stuff.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Well, that's only if all of us die, right?
No, whoever dies.
The others can take you. That's fine.
Because otherwise you all die, because you not got me as a guide.
Man has a very good point.
That's fair.
It's the way I've operated this for 60 years now.
Been going well?
I'm not dead.
That's
Hold
well.
on. Question though, and this is as we're walking, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're walking while this is happening.
So, we've heard that people haven't actually returned from Cryptome, but you've been doing this for 6 years.
Yep, 60.
60.
Yep.
Okay. You've been to Cryptome then?
Yep. Well, being outside it, I don't go in myself.
All right. Makes more sense.
Yep.
Are we on the way? Are we going to be able to pick up some snow by any chance?
That's at the top. Opposite direction of Cryptome. It's in the mountain of Cryptome.
Should we go up first?
Up the top will take you a couple of days. Tall mountains kneeling spire, scared of what's inside, so they go tall and sharp. That's what they say, at least.
What's in mountains then?
Cryptome. Few giants.
Why is Cryptome anyway?
No, no. It's a cave. Why it moans and wails like dead it does.
Oh.
Yeah, from the people that were buried there.
Aye.
Buried alive.
Knows the legends.
Well, then I guess, is it a case of do we want to go to get the snow first, or?
If we
Well,
get
I
the
mean-
Cryptome with this guide, I'm pretty sure I can get us to the top of the mountain. But if he doesn't want to take us,
Well, I could take you to the top of the mountain, or I could take you to Cryptome. It's wherever you want to go. Top of the mountain's just there and back again. There's not much there.
top of the mountain, down to Cryptome,
Looking at a 4-day journey.
how much?
400 gold. Paid on return.
Yeah. See, I'm starting to think that I could maybe take us.
So yourself? He starts to walk back to the
Oh,
top.
wait a second though, Stead. You mentioned something about giants, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of
Foothills.
giants you got?
Hill giants, ogres,
Oh, more impressive.
all around these parts.
Say, hypothetically speaking, if someone was looking for like a storm giant,
Well, the bloody hell's a storm giant.
they're a big fucking scarier giant.
There's the giant. They're all big and scary.
Yeah, but bigger and scarier.
Not seen one of those.
Heard anything about them?
Nope, don't even know what they are.
Fair enough.
Maybe we can go Cryptome and see if maybe the cave leads up somewhere up.
You want to go Cryptome then? Because if you want to go up top of a mountain, I can guarantee you nothing will happen going up there. Mountain slopes are too steep for anything to grow or live on them. So it'd just be straight up to the top. You can have a little play in the snow, try not to fall off, and you can go back home.
So how about we have you guide us to Cryptome, and then we'll pay you when you get back, or when we get back, whatever. Paid on return, and then we'll go up the mountain ourselves to get the snow.
Suit yourself.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Let's do Cryptome first.
Yeah. Well, we're going through, traveling a bit through foothills to get to the best place to get to Cryptome. Trust you'll defend me and defend yourselves. There's any giants around? There's been a lot of them recently.
Tell me about
We're
it.
making a stop at a ruin. And then the following morning, we'll make our way up Cryptome.
What kind of ruin?
Human.
Yeah. Boring then.
Old little blogging outpost.
Alright then.
Guiding, giving a brief overview before the whole thing starts.
Respectable.
All right.
Man knows his
Good going.
craft. Let's go.
So as you make it, by this point in time, you're almost at the gates. As you get to the gates, the guard just goes, "Leave it again, Stead." Stead goes, "Fuck you."
Such a big
Gates open.
personality.
Gates open, and you're let out. And as you are now outside Silgar again, and the door is closed behind you, immediately you can feel the air is so much fresher out here. The smog being, for the most part, contained within the town walls. Instead, begins to lead you and does not follow the Glint March roadway at all. Instead, travels straight into the foothills. And here it's a mix of evergreen and deducius is how you say it today.
Deciduous.
Deciduous?
That's
Yeah.
it. Deciduous trees, hardwoods like oaks and pines. And as you travel through, the terrain quickly gets bumpy and rocky. Silgar is built a natural dip down to the coast, whereas the area around here, as with much of this coast, is incredibly rocky. Moss clings to the tops of rocks, and grass tries to grow grow in every single place it can, etching its way between great boulders and forming sheets along the floor here. You're traveling for around 6 hours, and the sun is just beginning to set, and fortunately, by virtue of the time of year, it still remains in the sky as you begin approaching an area where the trees begin to lessen. Instead, it's like, right, well, it's just up ahead. I'll stop for the night. It's been a quite quiet journey, actually. Yeah. Any questions about our tour so far? He's been completely silent the entire time you folks have been traveling.
Do you have any more information about the ruins we're staying in?
It's an old logging camp from a couple of 100 years ago. All got abandoned when the logging industry around these parts fell through.
So it's nothing to do with the giants in the area. It was just no one was buying.
Yeah, no one wanted lumber around here anymore.
Fair enough.
That's about it, really.
It's been such a thrilling, informative tour. I feel like you've just covered every base.
Thank you.
How many
Take
times
pride
did
in
you
our
say?
work.
How many times did you say that you've made this journey?
Oh, well, no. 100, 150.
Familiar territory, then.
Very familiar. I peed up against that tree, and that tree, and that one, that rock.
I was
Making
just about
notes
to sit on
not
the rock.
sleep. Yeah. It's like making notes to not sleep against that tree, or that rock.
So, as you continue forward, your vision is caught by something in the distance. You see a flickering firelight.
Is that normal? I asked it.
Instead, it turns, but
Fire.
no, it's not normal. Must be someone else out here. Who could be out here? No one travels here.
No one
Probably
you could think of?
No. No. It's a big fire, is that too?
Yeah, we should go look at that.
I'm getting
Alright.
some serious Hobbit vibes, you guys.
I'll stay here. You guys go look.
He said big fire as well, and ogres and giants and the like.
Yeah,
Okay.
ogres and giants and the like. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, I've got the bow and the arrow ready, but don't stay too far behind. If anything causes commotion, something could come behind and you'll be too far for us to defend you.
Yes, boss.
I did a creep ahead if possible, like sticking to the undergrowth.
Would you like to be invisible for that?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Bing.
Okay, so as Namari focuses, this sickly green erupts around her hand from the ring on it for a moment before you are covered in this shimmering feeling as you look down and nothing's there. And the rest of you watches till he slowly sinks out of existence.
Ooh, it's always a bit eerie.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to this. And I'll try and sneak ahead.
All right, make a stealth check with advantage.
Ooh. That was 13, and that was a 5. So it's gonna be 19.
Okay. So as you slip between undergrowth and tree, you make your way closer and closer until you're within sight line of where this fire is, and you see it's burning now in the aforementioned ruins. You see a cluster of buildings built on small hills, and cluttered around them are two big, just beer-bellied creatures, 5 times the size of you, that have slack jaws, just lazy, wandering eyes, and they are picking through stuff that appears to have been gathered here. Rusted weapons, farm equipment, big boxes, empty wooden boxes and crates.
They look smaller than the giant we saw before.
They look smaller than one of the giants which is stood nearby.
Oh. I trust that hasn't seen me either.
That hasn't seen you either. No.
Okay, gonna creep on back and let everybody know the head count up here.
Yeah, with their passive perception of 9, they haven't seen you.
Clutch.
So, you make your way back to the rest of the party. At this point, the invisibility, just as you get back, the invisibility.
So, it looks like there's a couple of things
Could be an hour,
kept up
though.
above. There was
Is it
2
now?
that
No, I might be wrong.
I think
Yes.
invisibility is an hour.
Yeah.
It's a minute.
there was one kind of
It's
like
an
the
hour
giant
up to an
we saw-
hour.
Oh, right, okay. Go
There
ahead,
was
Tim.
one of the giants that we saw on the road. It did look similar to that one, right?
Yeah.
And 2 other big things, but they're not quite as big as the giant.
Could be the ogres
small.
that the men in the tavern mentioned.
Yeah.
It looked like they had a lot of stuff they'd all gathered up.
Yeah, the guys that I overheard did say they were stealing and taking things.
That sounds like them, man.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna shove her sword in the ground, and she's like stretching out and warming up. She's like, "Well, it's time to go deliver some dwarven justice. They're stealing stuff from the townsfolk. They're being disrupting caravans. We gotta do it."
They seem pretty easy to creep up on.
Well, speak for yourself. She kind of like just knocks a knuckle or 2 against her armor.
Tink, tink.
Yeah.
Are we doing this?
I think I'm gonna flank off to one side and
Okay.
attack from the trees, or attempt to.
All right.
Taking
Okay.
them
I
down.
might want to do the same.
Are you taking point with me, Willona?
Oh yeah.
Because I ain't doing this quietly.
Yeah. There's no point for me to try to be quiet.
Well, let the quiet ones go
Oh, yeah,
first.
no,
Tilly,
get in
you
position.
might be able to make good use of that.
I don't know if I want to creep up against 3 huge things on my own. I'll come in when you guys do.
No, but I mean, you'll come out of nowhere, literally. So.
I usually do.
Really odd, that disembodied voice thing. Hmm.
All
Wait,
right.
We should do this.
So Ronan's sneaking off to the side, and the rest of you are coming in.
I said I was sneaking off to the side as well.
Oh, are you? Okay. All right. So the people that are sneaking off to the side, please make a stealth check for me.
I want to sneak in like directly behind Gun and the other one whose name I've forgotten.
Willona.
Alona.
Alona.
16 on my stealth.
18 on mine.
Okay. So, as the 2 of you make your way round to the side, you're staring down now. You can see there's the corner of one of the buildings, a large 2-story building here, but you can see peeking up over the top of it this balding sort of merry monk style haircut of this hill giant. And you can see it is right now, it has its head sort of down, so you can see the top of its head, and it's looking, you can hear the sounds of stuff being shifted to the side, and it sounds like nets and like blades and metal being clanked around. And the rest of you are approaching from the front.
Yeah, I'm like
All right.
sneaking behind them.
You're
Yeah,
sneaking
I'm gonna
around.
have Arrow knock. So the second that there's any sound, I'm just gonna unleash into just the fucking big guy's dome.
Okay.
How many
I'm
are there?
readying a fairy fire on them as well.
There's 3 of them. They're quite far apart. Fairy fire would only hit 1.
Right.
Yeah, they're in different buildings here in this place.
Right. Okay. I might wait on that. Then I'll get the crossbow instead.
Okay, so you get the
I'm ready
crossbow
to
out.
hex and blast.
Okay. So as the
Sorry, I'm gonna cast guidance on Gun real quick,
okay,
just
you've
very
got,
quietly.
And I would
Okay.
go
And I'm
into
going
a
to
rage
cast
as I run
guidance
in.
on you,
so you're
Winona.
running in right now,
I went into a
Alright.
rage first.
but you are running in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
In
like
that case,
a...
let's roll for initiative.
Although guidance. Wait, no, never mind. That's only for ability.
I was gonna say, if you cast guidance on me, then Tilly's invisibility goes away.
That's true. It's concentration. Never mind. 2.
Does a initiative roll count as an ability check?
Yes.
Oh, 6. So what do I get for guidance?
D4.
D4. Yep. Rolled a 1 on it.
Very good.
Oh no, where's my little book?
Oh no. You mean this little black book? Oh, I went to your house and stole it. I didn't. That's a lie.
I'd have laughed if you had, though.
Yeah. I
Stu,
didn't
I
actually go
invaded
to,
your house.
I didn't actually go to Filey. I snuck in your house and stole your initiative book.
You will find it. It'll be right where you don't think it is.
Can't kill us if his monsters don't have initiative.
It makes sense, trust me.
It'll be in
I'll
the
find back
second
in
to
the-
last place you look.
Yes, that
For
one.
some reason, you'll keep looking. He's actually just gonna go and investigate.
Roll an investigation check to find your book.
I think he's found it. No,
No, he hasn't.
I thought I saw something in his hand.
I was expecting to like go off screen in his camera and just like appear behind Jamie, being like, "You got my book."
You can find it.
We're not gonna heckle him.
No, I'm not heckling him. I'm trying to encourage him. Ah,
There
see?
it is.
I just love how, like, on the ball we've been with stream today.
Professional.
Yeah, he was one step away from interrogating me.
Look, alright. I'm blaming Blue Monday.
Uh-huh.
Yep. It's a totally real thing, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not made up by the holiday companies. Alright. So, 25 to 20.
20, not natural.
22.
Alright, so 22 Ronan.
Second, I thought Tilly rolled high.
And then, 15 to 20?
15.
19.
19.
16 for me.
Okay. 16 for you, Tilly. Right. And then 15 for you, Tristan. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you get?
19 for me.
19, 15, 16, was that it?
I have 12.
Okay.
Clerics in the back. Keep those fighters hale and hardy.
Okay. Sorry, my mind is blanking. And
I'll have to link you guys that song.
all
you know
right.
what
So
I'm thinking.
first up,
It's the Amy Varpal one.
First up is Ronan, Tristan, and Tilly. You all have a surprise round, where everyone else is surprised for this round. So, Ronan, you're up first.
All right. Hunter's mark
Okay.
on the big dude, and then I go.
They will have 3/4 cover currently.
Yeah, that's
'cause
fine.
you guys are all in the way.
What's 3/4 cover do?
Plus
Gives
5 to AC.
Okay, well that is going to be 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Okay. Yeah, that will hit.
Okay, and no Colossus Slayer, so 3 7 damage.
7 damage. Oh, you have advantage on that attack roll, by the way.
Oh, okay. Crit fish. Nope, that was 25. Still hit spot.
Okay, yeah. So how much damage was that in total?
7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled the lowest on my damage die.
So, as you appear from the trees, pulling an arrow back, you aim it for the head that you can see peeking out from the top here.
Mhm.
The arrow sinks in, catches into the side of the temple of this creature, and you see this tiny little spurt of blood as it goes, "Oh, that's a big wasp. Ow." And anything else you'd like to do with your go?
Nope. I'm still staying like in the trees.
All right. Tilly.
Okay. If I attack, I lose the invisibility, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me look at some measurements.
Tristan.
Can you jump that far?
I can move that far, which is preferable. Okay,
on.
I'm going to dash and bonus action dash and get up against this wall. I
Okay.
assume it is a wall.
It's a wall, yeah.
Okay.
It's broken, and you can and for the average height person, it's not really a wall anymore.
For
Feel free.
below me.
Okay, Tristan.
I'm going to shoot the same one that Ronan shot with my crossbow. Do
Okay.
I also have advantage?
You do have advantage.
Cool. I'm
Because
going to use
they
the
are-
dice that I got for Christmas and see who's rolled high. That would be the ones Susie got me rolled higher. Just 17.
17 against which one?
The giant.
The giant. That misses as your bolt clashes into the wall.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's fine. No one actually noticed. It was everyone's surprised. It's fine.
Yep, and that will be the end of the initiative order, which brings us to the top of the round again, which is Ronan.
I'd like to use my action to hide.
Okay, go for it. Make a stealth check. And it is Gun's turn.
Yeah, that's gonna be 12 to hide.
12 to hide.
Yeah.
Alright. I am going to just move forward to about here and just be like, come on then, let's have you! Because I
Okay.
can...
Yep.
Right, so I'm going to stand like there. And I'm going to ready in action. If one comes near me, I'm going to do a smash.
Okay. At this point, they all turn to you like, huh? What is that? It's so small. And
Mistake.
that will end your go. Namari, it's your go.
I will get to roughly here. Can I still see the big one?
You can, but it is still in 3/4 cover.
I ignore cover. I have spells on it.
All right, then in that case.
And
then
I'm going to
go for it.
attack it, but not with Hex, because I can still feel the concentration for Tilly's invisibility.
Yep, yep.
So just regular.
Regular roll. Shoot.
Regular blast,
Okay.
22.
That does hit, yes.
Ooh, max damage, 15.
15 points of damage. All right. Okay. All right. So is this your that sort of pale green tinged with black Eldritch Blast slams into the side of this creature as it is looking down at Gun, just looks back up at you and goes, "That's not very nice." And it is their go. And Susie's not here, which is a shame, because the ogres are both going to pick up heavy javelins and throw them at Gun. So the first one is going to hit her because that is an 18 to hit, and the second one is 15 to hit. I don't know if that one hits, but the first one does hit and does 12 points of damage. So, Gun, you take 12 points of damage, reduced to 6 as a large javelin slams into your side from one of these ogres.
Oops.
And does 15 hit your AC?
Nope.
No. Okay, so the second one slams into the ground next to you, sending out a puff of dirt as it sticks in, and it is as thick. Javelins as thick as your forearms.
Ooh.
All right. And the giant is going to pick up a huge, just pulls a section of the wall off, and it's just going to hurl it at you, Namari. And that is going to be a 25 to hit. That's 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
I'm out.
It's just so Tilly, you become invisible as you just turn, as you're up against the wall. You become visible as you see Namari just slammed into the side of this hill where this giant piece of rubble is. And you see now as blood begins to trickle out from her nose, she's head back, pinned to the wall by this rubble.
That's a problem.
Tilly, it's your go.
Okay, so I haven't actually been spotted yet, right?
No, you haven't been spotted because you're like that up against the wall.
Okay. So I'm going to... I'm not going to have advantage on any of this. Actually, yeah, I will have advantage on this. Can I throw my dagger at him from where I am right now?
Which one, the big guy or the one next to you?
The one right next to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do exactly that. I have advantage on this, right?
Yes, because you're hidden.
Okay. That's a 1. I can reroll that with lucky. Into a 12. Okay, so that is 19.
19 to hit, that does hit. You get sneak attack because you have advantage.
Damn right I do. I don't think these guys are going to make strength. I think these guys are going to make strength saving throws, so I'll make this a menacing attack.
Okay.
I get extra d6 and I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom saving.
Oh, I dropped that. That's not very good on damage.
Does a 2 pass your saving throw?
No. So that's 15 damage, and let me look at menacing attack specifically.
Makes them frightened, I believe.
Yes, I believe it does. They are frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
All right. So as you pop from the side of this wall, the dagger goes out of your hand, and as the invisibility is peeling away from you, the ogre turns around and sees this just as the dagger catches them in between the eyes, sinking into what would normally be a kill hit before it pumps back to your hand, and the entire sight of this magical feat, this ogre's eyes go wide, and it was and you see its legs just sort of slide together slightly.
Well, before they do, I'm going to very quickly move through and then bonus to dash and get up behind as well.
All right, how much damage was it?
That was 15 total.
15. All right, thank you.
Guessing.
All right, cool. And at the end of your go, it is Tristan's go.
Okay.
Learner up after that.
You know where I am currently? Is that a ridge that I can sort of...
That is a bridge. It's about 6 foot.
Right. Okay. I'd like to cast Minor Illusion towards the giant so that it hears my voice in its ear.
Okay.
And I'd like to say, it says it can go up to a minute, but it's not concentration. And I'd just like to repeatedly say, "You there, this is your god. Kill the ogre," for a minute.
Okay. All right. What's your saving throw?
15. And it's an investigation, I think, to go
What's
through.
an investigation check? Oh, great.
Yeah, to determine the illusion, it's investigation. It says.
-2? So that... It's like the giant thing, whoa!
Just on repeat for a minute.
What's going on? Below now, Joker.
Oh, right. So we're going to move up to Namari and cast Cure Wounds at second level, because, hello.
Okay. So you push the rubble off, lay your hand on. That warm summer's glow coming out of your fingers as the ethereal scroll appears next to you as you read the divine text.
You get 11 points of healing.
Okay. So Minari, you wake up as the rubble begins to fall off you now. You can wipe blood from your nose as you look up and see this gigantic creature just staring off into the middle distance, not focused on you at all, as if you were nothing to it.
And Willow's just gonna like hold up the shield and be like, maybe stay behind me.
Yeah, don't get hit by javelins. I hear that's a bad thing. Ow.
Top of the round, Ronan. You are hidden, you are hiding.
Yeah, I want to hit the. I want to move my hunter's mark to the ogre that Tilly had hit as a bonus action and start hitting it.
Okay.
So 19 on the dice to hit.
That does hit, yeah.
And I can Colossus Slayer this one.
You can, it's been hurt, yeah.
Yeah. That is going to be 8, 10, 11, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage, okay.
Yes.
So your arrow sinks into the side of this creature, knocking it slightly off for a second, and it's just stood there in fear right now, trying to look around to see for Tilly, because he's just this magical appearing tiny person just put a dagger between his eyes and he's very scared. All right, that will end your go, which brings us to Gun.
All right. Am I able to? The javelin that just went whoom next to me from the other guy.
Yeah.
Is that too big for me to pick up and return fire?
You could try. It would be tricky. You'd have disadvantage. We could do it.
All right, and I will do it recklessly because I'm an idiot. I'm gonna wrap this up out of the ground and I'm gonna throw it at the one that Ronan and Tilly are hitting. So the one that's right in front of me.
Go for it.
So this is just a straight roll, and do I just treat it like a normal javelin?
No, it does 2d6.
2d6. Am I considered proficient with this?
Yes.
Sick.
We're really bullying this one, Ogre.
19 to hit.
That does it.
That's 2d6.
Yep.
Plus strength.
Plus strength. Yep.
Oh.
Plus your rage.
Can you do 6s?
You
my god.
You got rage damage bonus on rage attacks.
Oh.
Okay. 12.
12 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How much of that is on the floor?
Disappearing d6s.
So as you hurl this javelin back at it, like two-handed over the shoulder, it strikes into the wall first, crumbling part of it away, and the bricks scatter as it crunches into the stomach of this creature. You see as it rips open this piece, you can see that orangey, blood-filled fat just begins to sort of hang out slightly from this great gash in its stomach.
Oh yeah.
And it's looking significant. This poor ogre is just wounds all over it. It's got a hole between its eyes that is leaking blood. It is scared. It has soiled itself. And that will bring us to Namari. You are up. The rubble has fallen away at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to kill that ogre. That looks quite bad.
Okay.
Maybe, hopefully, with a hex as well.
Okay.
And that is a 15.
That hits.
Yay. Hexing strength, by the way.
Okay.
That is 8 plus 5, 13 damage.
13 damage.
Mm.
All right. Good to know. So it strikes into this creature, once again rocking it. It looks like it is on death's door at this point. It is crying. It's got its head in its hands. It's dropped all its weapons. It's just like... and that will end its go, which brings us to the giant. Who disbelieves your illusion. He's like, oh, I don't remember. My god sounded like that. My god definitely had more of a feminine voice. Yep. And my god was really hot. And that's its turn.
Swing and a miss.
Which brings us to Tilly.
I'm gonna throw a rock at this ogre. Kill it with that.
Just like a little pebble.
Damn right. I'm guessing that's like a D4 improvised weapon,
Yeah.
which I am proficient with.
Yes, you are.
So that is 6. That is 22.
That hits.
And that is 7 bludgeoning damage.
You just cane this ogre in the back of the head, and it just and everyone around you, everyone just dunk, is knocked off the ground for a split second. This just gigantic mass just collapses over dead from a stone.
I look very smug. Now I'm gonna move. How far can I get? I'm gonna. How tall are these like wall things, by the way?
They're like most of a building.
Okay,
Most of
so
a story of a building.
I can pretty comfortably like get there and hide.
Yeah.
With my bonus action.
Okay.
That's an 8 on my attempt to be stealthy.
Wow, you actually get seen by the giant. That's amazing.
I've done better.
Tilly.
I've just been.
I meant Tristan.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Well, since it just disobeyed a direct order from its god, it's going to be punished with a dissonant whisper.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw.
Are they feminine whispers this time?
Yeah, maybe.
It does not believe your stupid tricks with an actual 20 on its saving throw.
Well, then it still takes half damage.
It does. It thinked too hard.
11 halved.
5.
So it takes 5 psychic damage.
5 psychic damage. Okay. So you see as it holds its head for a moment. What was that? Looks down, sees you. There's more of them. Looks over to... Oh. Well. Og's dead. And that will end your go. Willen.
Alright, I'm going to take a nice glance at Big and Beautiful over here, and we're gonna try to hit him with a guiding bolt. Because
Okay.
he's a little too far away from me. So that's gonna miss. I rolled a 2 on the die. Don't care.
Yeah, so your guiding bolt slams into the brickwork, exploding chunks of it to the side, leaving that symbol of peril for a split moment that fades away. And that will be the ogre. So the ogre, who does see Tilly as well, is going to just bellow out and slams through this wall, tearing it asunder, just charges down the ridge. Giant, like, cobbled together great axe in one hand, slams it into you.
I mean, hopefully not.
That is going to be 19 to hit.
Yeah.
So 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Barely a scratch.
Thing that is barely an axe, mostly a club, just slams into you, knocking you into the ridge for a moment as you, this creature's just like, that one did go. Ronan.
I'm going to move the hunter's mark onto the ogre attacking Tilly now.
Okay, go for it.
And yeah, I'm going to attack it. That's a 6 on the dice. 14.
That hits.
Okay, and he hasn't been damaged, correct?
This one has not. No classes.
Okay. For 8 points of damage.
8 points damage. All right. So sinks into the back of this creature as it reaches back and just pulls the arrow out. Gun.
All right. Okay.
You're up next, Namari.
Fuck. 25. I will throw a javelin at the ogre that Tilly is currently wrestling with.
Okay.
I'll do it recklessly. Oh, that's better. 24.
24, that does hit.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. All right.
And it's a nice foothold for Tilly if she wants to do a climby stabby.
And it's Tilly on the bar. Oh, that's a free from the Russian judge. All right. And that will end your go, Gun. As the javelin sinks into the back of this creature, it goes deep into the fatty flesh of the back of this creature. And as it just roars out in pain, you see it just brings it around to the side and snaps the javelin up against the ridge. This creature is very mad. You just killed its best friend.
No.
Namari.
How bad does he look?
Not that
The
bad.
other ogre. Not that bad.
Not that bad. How does
And
the
I
giant?
think the dwarf and halfling can handle it, and I'll keep. I'll move my hacks over and keep wailing on the big guy.
Okay.
Or I don't with a 9.
No, that misses. So scatters against the brick.
Hex is still on strength though.
Okay. Which brings us to the giant who just tears through this wall here as it lumbers its way towards you, Tristan, raising this huge, what's essentially a plow on a stick, which is a great sword, up towards you. It's going to make 2 attacks. The first one is going to be a 16 to hit.
I'm going to cut in words that,
Okay.
because otherwise it would have hit.
Yes.
And I'd just like to say, the storm giants won't be happy.
Okay. You're cutting words dice,
It's going to be 4 less.
which is 12.
So it misses.
Okay. And second attack. That's going to be natural 19. So
That
that's
one will hit. Yes.
27 to hit.
That one will hit. Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Ooh. That's 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm not dead, but I'm close.
Are you down?
2 HP.
No, I have 36. So
Okay, so as this great, this plow just slams into the ground next to you, ordinarily missing you, Ronan, who's still not completely convinced is there, brings it up again and catches Tristan, just the sheer force of the blow almost knocking you to your knees, Tristan, as it just leaves this horrible welt across you, and now brings to Tilly.
So, like, between this fresh new javelin stuck in this guy and his very big, clumsy weapon, do you reckon I'll be able to climb up onto this guy's shoulders?
Oh yeah,
What
Oh,
shape
yeah.
would that be?
you're Tilly Tile Tout.
I can do anything. Would that be acrobatics?
No, athletics. Climbing is athletics.
Yeah, that's like climbing a wall. Though. This is more like jumping and running.
It's climbing. It's athletics.
Well, that's a 9.
That's a 9.
Roll a 5.
Okay. Wait, didn't you have? Didn't you put an expertise in this? Oh no, you got proficiency. Well, a natural 1 to try and resist you. So,
Nice.
so as you climb onto this back, you pull off the javelin, and you're on top of its head at this point.
I'm gonna stab it like a lot.
Okay, I'll give you advantage. You're on top of its head.
Okay, cool. Was it 10? That one was a 9, so 17.
17.
Yes.
So as your dagger appears in your hand from your belt, you.
That was the attack.
Oh right, never mind. I just wrote that down as damage.
I mean, 17 hits, right?
It does, yeah. A lot.
My D4 has gone for a walk. That is a total of 8, 9, 14 piercing damage.
Almost the same then.
Very close.
So, as I was saying, your dagger appears in your hand as you bring it down into the neck of this creature. You tear through ligaments and muscle in the side of its neck, and you just hear this horrible popping sound as one of the ligaments connecting your neck just snaps, and the creature's head rolls over to one side.
That's pretty
Now,
good.
you'll go, Tristan.
I'd like to, because I imagine I probably was flawed by that.
Pretty much.
Just
Not
sort of,
prone, but
yeah, sort of as I'm stumbling around, go, oh no, no, mighty giant gods, don't punish me, and turn invisible.
You disappear and the giant goes, uh-oh. Starts looking around in the sky. And that will end your go. Malone.
All right. Shit. Well. All right. So I'm gonna use my action to dash over to the other side of this giant.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And put it like right here.
Let me grab the spiritual weapon.
And let's see. That is an 18 to hit.
18 does hit. You've gone really quiet
Excellent.
again, by the way, Angie.
Ah, for fuck's sake. All right, how about now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then that is a D8 damage. So that is 11 points of force damage.
Okay, so as the blade cuts into the leg of this giant, it calls to stumble slightly.
And that's my turn.
All right, which brings us to the ogre, who is going to try and tear the small thing from its back.
And hopefully fail.
That is a 20. Could you make an acrobatics check for me?
Acrobatics this time. I can fucking try. Aha, that's a 19.
So it reaches up and grabs you, looks back towards Gun, and throws you again.
Not this again.
Hey, Gun, does a 22 hit?
Yeah, just about. Mm-hmm.
All right. Tilly is an improvised weapon.
I'll catch you.
Surely he's not proficient with them.
I'm gonna say no one can be proficient with Tilly because like that is years and years worth of training to try and
Mhm.
master.
I'm
Proficient
with
with small
You
things.
are.
It's a weapon group. 7. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Gun as you Tilly's just into your face.
Halved because I'm still raging.
Yes.
Oh, Gun's the worst person too, because Gun won't fall over.
Yeah. Tilly just goes. Oh, Ronan, it's your go.
So yeah, I'll take out that blade that I got from the blacksmith.
Yep.
What damage die is that?
It counts as a scimitar.
So D6 that is, yeah?
Yeah, D6.
And I'll try and attack this guy.
Okay.
Bonus action with my hunter's mark to him first.
Okay.
And then 15 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Okay, so
It's damaged as well.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the right dice.
D6 plus D8 plus D4.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. A reasonable amount. So as you hack into it with this surprisingly light blade, it cuts with an arc into the leg of this creature. And that will end your go, which brings us to Gun.
I'm gonna charge up to this guy.
I'm gonna step over Tilly.
Step over Tilly.
Yep.
I still can't get to him because I still have very small dwarf legs. So guess what? He's getting another javelin.
Okay.
Let's do reckless because I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good job.
Alright.
19.
That does hit, yeah.
9 slashing, piercing stabbies.
Okay. So once again, as the other javelin sticks into the back of this creature, you're making a veritable jungle gym on its back. And that brings in the Mari.
I'm gonna blast.
Okay, which one are you blasting?
The one that's still hexed, so that's the big guy.
Giant.
That is 18.
That does hit, yeah.
Ooh, nice. 6 plus 13, 19.
19 points of damage. All right. So you see now as this blast kicks in, tears a chunk of the flesh off the shoulder, peeling the skin back. You see at this point, the giant's beginning to breathe a little ragged. It looks a bit bloodied. But it is the giant's go, and it is going to see Ronan there and just thunk with the great club sword. It's a great club, it's a giant. All right, so that first one is going to be a 10 to hit.
This
Slams into the tree next to you, uprooting it and sending it flying. And the second one is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
All right, so it's 19 points of damage. As this heavy plow smacks into your side, you can feel the blood welling up under the skin. And that will end its go. Which brings us to Tilly. You
Back to
are
me.
on the floor, dazed.
Well, I will stand up as a good smart first action.
Yep.
And then I will throw my dagger at this nasty ogre.
Okay.
Through me, I'll throw something back. Can't roll today. That's an 11.
That hits.
Okay, apparently I can.
It's an ogre. It's wearing a
Large targets.
loincloth.
That is a total of 8. That is 12 piercing damage.
No sneak attack.
Oh, no, of course there isn't.
Yeah.
So that's 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. All right. So, your dagger strikes into the back of this creature once again. It back to your hand. We'll end your go, Tristan.
I'll want to crawl up here first.
Yeah,
So-
you just move. Yeah, it's fine.
If I'm invisible, moving away shouldn't be too much of a risk.
Correct. Currently not threatening you because they don't know where you are.
Cool. Yeah, I'll back up to sort of just behind this wall so that I can dip in and out of it
Okay.
when needs be. And I'll first use my bonus action to have my potion I've had for a little while.
Okay.
Heal up a bit.
2d4 plus 1.
Plus 1.
Plus 2, sorry. Plus
Yes, I wrote it down as 2.
Yeah.
And after that, I'll go for another Dissonant Whispers and then use the rest of my movement to duck actually behind the.
That is a wisdom saving throw, right?
It is Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, it's an 11.
Yeah, it fails, so it takes full 3d6.
3d8.
3d8.
Yeah, Distant Whispers is d8s.
No.
It's
Isn't
d6. Yeah, unfortunately, I would prefer it to be your version, but
6.
takes 12 points of psychic damage.
12 points of psychic damage.
And I
He
heal.
has to run away from you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I healed 8.
All right. So how far does it have to run it? It's maximum movement, right?
Yeah, it's as far as its speed allows from you, it just says, and it can't move into anywhere that's obviously dangerous.
All right. So it just slams through the wall. Will Lona and Ronan both get an attack of opportunity, as Distant Whispers is the only spell in the game which allows that.
So, just me for my mace, not for
Just-
the spiritual weapon.
Just your mace, not your spiritual weapon.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. That is a modified 20 to hit
That does hit, yeah.
with 4 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. 4 points of bludgeoning. And Ronan?
The boys will here with a crit.
Hey.
Hunter's Mark. And Colossus Slayer, because Colossus Slayer per turn. Isn't that right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
I just wanted to check because I don't know whether it's per turn or per round.
2d6,
I'm not sure.
2d6, 2d8, 2d4.
So that's going to be 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. So, as the creature just is running away, it's dropped its plow, head in its hands, Bologna, you smash into the side of its leg, and it causes it to stumble slightly, which means that your blade, deftly in your hands, you're getting used to the weight by now, carves through the thigh of this creature, cutting through the hamstring. And you just hear this twang as the muscles begin to break, as it falls forward into the wall, and you hear a horrible crunch as one of the bricks is jammed through the weak point in the creature's face where its eye is, and just slams to the ground. And you begin to see blood pooling rapidly out of it.
Good effort, team.
With exact hit points needed to kill it.
How often does that happen? That's
Right?
so...
All right. It had 81, 4 damage from Bologna, 85, 105 max hit points. So that will end your go, Tristan. Bologna, it's your go.
Well, that's gory as fuck. So I can see that. Can I see Tristan around the wall?
Tristan
And I
just
can
appeared invisible, casting a spell.
And I can see that he is Shrek'd, yeah?
Yeah. He's like
Yeah,
breathing
we're gonna...
incredibly heavily, holding his chest.
I
We're
haven't
gonna
had a moment to prestidigitate the blood off of me yet.
It's alright, you're still gorgeous, it's fine. We're just
It's
gonna
not that much
heal
blood,
you.
It's all internal bleeding. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
that kind of
That's
bleeding.
fine. Yeah,
It's in the inside.
I don't need to wash the clothes. It's fine.
We're gonna use my last second level to maybe repair some of the damage for cure wounds. So, ooh, apparently my dice like you. That is 19 points of healing.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So,
and then for my bonus action, I would like to move my spiritual weapon 20 feet in the other direction.
okay. So it just phases through the wall. It's not
Yeah.
really there. All right. And that will bring us to the ogre, who is going to charge for you, Gun. Finally in melee range. It brings up its great sword, a great club. Great club, yeah. You reckless attacked.
I did.
So here's a choice: natural 20 or natural 20.
Let's go for the second.
I don't think I have enough d8s for this.
Just rude.
And this was the end of Gunhild Firebraid.
About that strongest warrior thing.
She was but a smear.
Let's get this ogre down now.
Smashed all the way back to Silgar.
No, the thing is, like, she can't be knocked down, so the boots and the feet within the boots are still there.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Can she be forcibly moved or not at all? Because if she can be forcibly moved, then she would just travel the whole way back to Silgar in a standing position.
Well,
That's 40 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 20.
I'm still standing, bitches!
It's this great club just bellows out into you with this great club, and you feel the entire force of it blunts against you, and you stand there now, the shaking from the sheer pain rage that you've got going on right now. It is Ronan's go.
Yeah, I will move forward to like here. Move that hunter's mark and get back to the longbowing like I like doing.
Yep.
Right, wasn't it usually me after a gun?
No, that was the ogre's go.
Oh,
Yeah, the ogre hit gun.
15 to hit.
gotcha.
That does hit.
Back to my beautiful D8s instead. Oh, okay. 23 points of damage.
Okay, so you just fire this and it just catches into the head of the creature out the other side. And the creature just falls limp to the side.
Can I hide so it doesn't look like I just stole the kill after she got in the melee?
No, it's usually you doing that, I think.
It is absolutely.
You're there, like, just raising your sword. Like, literally, your go is next. Raising your sword and the creature just...
I mean, there's only one of us that shoots arrows.
I can hide when lightly obscured. I've got stalker feet. Can I get like some like just foliage and just pull it across my face?
Yeah, you're just like Homer Simpson with the head.
Just no pin on out of there.
I just I'm like shove my sword and I just like, I fucking killed it. And then I look at the giant, I'm like, I fucking killed it.
I've got like my fingers in my ears. Trying not to be deafened.
I'm a tree. I'm
Oh
a
my
bush.
god, Ronan killed both of those.
Yeah. This is 2 fights with 2 giants that I haven't get to touch the giant.
You gotta be quick again. Look, I killed one of the small ones with a rock.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Tell her that. I'm sure
Covered
that will
in
help.
blood, nose is sideways, she's missing a tooth. Are you really sure you want to be fucking...
Tristan, are you okay for now?
I'm debating turning invisible again, seeing how Gun is acting. However, I'm fine.
That's fair. I might be able to go take care of this. Give me a second. I'm gonna like try and run towards Gun's voice. Gun,
Okay.
are you alright?
Just turn around and just red.
Dude,
I just rolled the stealth to try and hide. I rolled a natural 20. Completely out of it.
No, no, fucking piece of hands.
do you need some assistance?
Yes.
Gonna come over and touch you, just so you know.
That's alright, and I will officially drop my range.
Alright. Gonna cast Cure Wounds on you at level 1.
So you drop from rage to salt.
Mm-hmm.
That are the
That's
only
annoying.
2 options she has.
As this is happening, Stead comes out of the trees. Well, you took care of that pretty good.
You did.
That's what we do.
Well,
I want to
it's
have a
Cap.
look around and see what they were doing here and
Okay.
what they transported.
You look around and it looks like it's all discarded stuff. It's old, it's rusted, it's broken. It's nothing that you'd actually see use. It's
Right.
pitted swords, it's old plows that have got caught a stone and been buckled. It's nets with holes in, it's fishing hooks that have had the ends snapped off. It's all stuff that can't be used by ordinary people, but in the hands of a giant, well, it's a serviceable weapon. Because a rock is a serviceable weapon in the hands of a giant.
And me.
And you.
Oh yeah, Tilly.
The distinct opposite to a giant.
Tilly, are you
But-
okay as well?
I'll manage if we're gonna sit down and rest.
Amongst all of the junk, all of the assortment of random things, you see piled with a ton of swords on top of it, but still pretty clean, undamaged, is a set of leather armor. Studded with, it is a deep brown color, and across the entirety of it are like lightning scars. The copper studs on it are iridescent, excuse my stomach, iridescent as if struck by a heavy heat. And it's just lying there.
That's pretty. That's too pretty. What's that doing here?
Is it halfling sized?
Is it?
No.
Poor Tilly.
Well, you should have a look at this.
We should all
So
take a look at this.
as you pick it up, you feel that slight tingle in your fingers which says magic.
Ooh, that's some good shit right there. I think I found something magical.
We'd have to take a rest to find out what that is, right?
Short one at least, I
You're,
think.
you're making camp for the night.
That is true.
Hopefully away from the nasties.
Yeah.
And you were saying the ogres or someone was stealing things from the town?
That's
That was,
one of
as
the
far as I
rumors.
know, it was them.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it was the ogres.
Yeah, it's one of the rumors you heard.
Well, you guys feel free to go and set up camp. I have some frustration I need to work out. I just turn towards one of the ogres and you just hear like loud, wet thuds as I'm just chopping its head off.
Well, if you can stay within earshot, and I'll be doing a song of rest while everyone's doing whatever.
You're taking a long rest, so it's night.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, as you take a long rest, the armor is +1 studded leather armor of lightning resistance.
Shocking.
As it shrinks or expands to fit the wearer. Give me that out as you see fit. You're getting your hit points back.
Oh my god.
The area is secure through the night as no one wants to come close to anything that just murdered 3 giantkin.
That and with the heads that I decapitated, I stuck them in various points around this camp just as a warning. Not our camp where we're sleeping, but the ruins where they were.
Okay.
So who's getting the armor?
You're wanting the armor, don't you?
Yeah,
Well, there's more than one of us that wears light, right?
That is true.
Most of the party does.
But
Barring 2.
you find yourself up against people more often than I do. Ideally, I'll be hanging back, not like there, but I have no problems with you having it.
I am kind of up in people's grills.
Take it out. I'm fine, and I glitter the mage armor.
It's not my colour.
So few things are.
It's not leg armor.
Yeah. So, you take that, I will give you the acting card momentarily. But your AC will basically increase by 2.
Yeah. Nice.
There you go. There it is. So, because it is it's studded level, which is 12 instead of 11 for base AC, and then +1, so 13 plus Dex.
Rad.
So, as you awake in the morning, you smell that faint stench of carrion.
Nice.
And Stead is already up and awake. Right, let's get going.
Let's.
And you see next to you, each of you is what looks to be a sandwich, cooked meat in it. It's hot. You can eat and walk.
Where did this
Cut
meat
of
come
meat.
from?
He points over to the remains of a boar.
Well, thank you very much. I was not that I was doubting you there for a second.
Nope, you don't enjoy it. Tastes too much like feet.
I trust your expert opinion on that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Thank you.
as you carry on, Stead leads you up now. And soon you are in mountain proper. The area down here is lots of small plateaus, and as you're making your way up, you see large carve marks in the wall, places where boulders have been chunked out. This is obvious giant territory, but there reaches a point where they just stop, and the rock around you, normally being seaside rock, it is that sandy sedimentary color. It just fades into gray, like all of the color has been sapped out of it.
Does it look like normal mountain rock to me, or can I tell, being educated dwarf, that this is fucky rock?
Make a history check.
Natural 1. Hey,
It's rock.
it's rock.
Rock. So as you climb higher and higher now, the wind begins to pick up around you, but despite it, you still feel a silence. The only thing that you can hear is the of the wind as it travels through the mountains here. But eventually that wind changes, and you can still hear that same whispering through the mountains, but on top of that, you hear a sound which chills you. This. The stead stops abruptly and points forward. And as you follow his finger, you see a natural made ramp makes its way up to a cavern with stalactites hanging. Yes, stalactites, they cling tight to the ceiling. Stalactites hang from the entrance. And he goes, Cryptome.
Well, they weren't kidding about the whaling.
How very warm and inviting.
Must just be the wind.
It's trick of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Surely.
Or more giants inside.
Maybe I'll actually get to hit one.
Maybe.
Pointedly
Unless-
avoiding looking at Ronan.
Yeah. I'm actually pointedly looking at him.
I mean, I killed 2, so don't know why you're looking at me for.
Well, thanks, Ted.
All right, Stead goes, yep. Be here when you get back.
Thank you.
If I'm just saying,
Oh, be
I'd
more
say when,
optimistic.
but you know.
So,
Yeah, I guess I follow Gunnan.
all right. So as you all make your way forward now, you find yourself in this ramp, and as you look down either side of this formation, it just descends into abyss below. Small pebbles scatter off the side. You hear as they echo off the sides. As you look up now, this cavernous entrance seems to grow, and just the darkness seems to just drag outwards as it begins to look more and more like a maw. As you step forward, the wailing gets louder and louder, until eventually you hit the apex, and it is as if the light just vanishes. And inside now, as the moaning reverberates and echoes around, it hits your ears and just seems to drill its way, boring into your skull, this constant sound. As the blackness surrounds you, you are now in darkness.
Can everybody see?
No?
Can't
It's
see a
halfling
thing.
and human.
I have dark vision.
Produce flame.
All right, so
Ah.
produce a flame.
I can speak the command word for the drift globe as well.
Yeah, and the drift globe floats up, illuminating this cavern. It is tall above you, and it carries on into what is currently somewhere that none of you can see in the darkness.
If he doesn't come inside, how does he get the stuff out of the people that die?
That's what I was thinking.
It's really fishy to me. It's really strange.
I'll
Just-
find out.
Just be on your watch. everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your weapons handy. Shall we?
We shall.
Okay. So, as you continue moving forward, the sound just wailing into your skull constantly, you walk for a couple of minutes at most before seemingly even thicker in this darkness, even to those of you with dark vision, it seems to cling at the edges of your sight as this black. You stare upon now a sea of bones, at the end of which a set of towering stone doors carved with images of great triumph by bearded masked figures that slowly descends down the door as you see the figures lose. You see areas where there is collapses are drawn into the stone, and then at the bottom you begin to see death. And the final image of the door is empty halls with tendrils of black twisting around them. And underneath you see, at the very bottom of this great mural, it says, Kalraz Harkle. And underneath that, underneath a border, you can see those of you that can speak Dwarven. It reads, "Forever sealed away, our shame and our end. To those who dare enter, speak pride."
Do I know about this place?
No.
So, anybody want to tell me what that says?
It's
Forever sealed away. Our shame, our end. To those who enter, speak pride.
You sure I got the translation right? That sounds weird.
Sounds
This way.
gloomy.
Ominous.
At least that's how I read it.
yeah.
Do we have to cross the field of bones to get to the door?
Yeah. They're in like a ring around the door.
Gun, I don't suppose you've ever heard of this Kalraz Horkle before?
Never.
And what did they call this place? What was the name that the locals called this?
Crypt home.
I mean,
It might just be someone misreading this door.
It's all in Dwarvish, obviously, on the door.
I think they're just correctly reading the fact that there's dozens, hundreds of bones out here.
Bones that I step out onto while everyone's talking.
Okay. You step out there under your feet.
It's safe. Probably.
I will step
Walk a bit
across
further.
when I get to the other side. I will just say the word pride in Dwarvish.
Nothing seems to happen.
Maybe you have to talk about what you're proud of. Yeah, like a weird puzzle. Like what we found, whatever Namira had fun with that one time.
Don't know. Either that or maybe if you walk up to it and don't say the word, maybe that's when something happens.
Like muttering a prayer to Pelor right now because this is creepy.
I'll walk up behind and up to Gun and also say the word pride.
Nothing seems to happen.
I don't know about you, but I think maybe nothing is a good sign.
I don't know.
It's not a bad one, at least.
I'll-
It's not an immediately deathly one.
I'll go touch it.
It is
Just solid.
deathly cold and solid. It seems to like your fingers crawl underneath it. It's just like your skin is wanting to get away.
Is there any other language you could speak the word pride in?
Another handful.
Make an intelligence check. Gun.
Okay. Straight roll.
Could it be the grey dwarves, the ones you saw? I don't know.
What do you get?
17.
What thing is a dwarf most proud of?
I don't know, being a dwarf.
Family.
Dalek.
Dalek.
Just
As you say it, the moaning seems to. Oh. And the doors. Open. And immediately a cold wind catches your throat. And as you see inside, an empty hall remains. And that's where I'll end tonight's session.
Classic.
Yeah.
Welcome to Crypto.
I don't want it.
Seems
Let's
nice.
turn around and go back to the pub.
I don't want it.
I could have
So-
been up there collecting snow. So much snow.
Snow angels, snowmen.
Make snow angels. Yeah.
So, if you enjoyed that session, please let us know. Say just if you see any of our Twitter handles, you can let us know down below. Say anything in chat. Just let us know if you enjoyed it. We do love hearing from you. If you enjoyed that, I hope you did enjoy it. If this is your first time here and you want to see what has been going on in the story so far, you can catch up on YouTube. The link will be in the chat soon enough. You can go on there. If you enjoy it, you can obviously subscribe to that content on there. That does help out us as well. And if you did enjoy any of us, we are also here on the other content that Susie does in her channel, including Bike Club, which is on Wednesdays, which is this Wednesday. It wasn't last Wednesday. It's this Wednesday, which is a fun old time. And does anyone else have anything to say?
The usual. I mean, some of you will already be quite sick of this, but I'm saying it again for those new in chat. I'm working as a tour guide in Edinburgh, and on the 13th of April, I'm going to run a special D&D 5e one-shot in Edinburgh's most haunted vaults in Southbridge. 18th century underground vaults as seen on BBC's Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures and all these other weirdos. Sorry, I'm one of them. Never mind. But I'll be running a charity one-shot there, and there might be regular games after that. If you're interested, if you're anywhere in the area, have a look at my Twitter, Half-House Hermit, and there will be more information updated there, posted there.
All right. Anything else from anybody?
You guys keep your eyes open, guys, rather. For sketch commissions from me, I'm going to be opening them up this week, probably around Wednesday. So.
All right. Make sure to catch A Hat in Time, made by our wondrous rogue. As well as that, both Susie and Stevie, that's Gunhild and Ronan, both do stream on Twitch. Susie streams every weeknight, bar Thursdays, and you stream every night, to my knowledge, Stevie, pretty much?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Stevie streams from 11 till 1, 11 till
2.
11 till 2, my
Sometimes
bad.
4 or 5.
Sometimes 4 or 5. But usually directly after Susie's stream. Susie streams from 8 till 11 all those nights. If you enjoy their content, please do let them know, as before. And thanks very much for watching, everyone. We will see you guys next week for the beginning of Crypt Home.
Dun 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 dun.
So catch us next week for more Kureon, guys. Thanks very much for watching.